we are not alone. They are among us. As the skies light up, they believe we are blissfully unaware. But this activity by non-human extraterrestrial technology is capturing the attention of humans.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody is having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, last week we had some fantastic duels over on the EU side, and I'm hoping that today will be yet another one of those fantastic days. How's everybody doing? Welcome back, everybody. Yo, out of all the months of a new year, tax day, or I guess tax whatever the day taxes go in like a month, I think it's like April, is like the most expensive month of anybody in the US. And for me, outside of that, it's this month specifically. And like, you know, this is where all the registration renewals and all those other things are coming in, dude. And today was just one of those like, holy moly, life is expensive kind of days, you know what I mean? We got ourselves more duels tonight, though. I am ordering some food in the background at the same time while also getting some other work done, so we're gonna get this going all at once. But the groups are gonna be listed in a second here over in LFG. There's a good chance that my boy, not Plush, my boy, who's Kano? Who is Kano? Kano. Okay, well, I don't know Kano. Okay, well, I don't know who these people are. Never mind then. My boy, who am I thinking of? Johnny probably is listening to the group right now. I'm gonna be hopping on here, listen to another one in a second. Let me get the music going here too. Here we are. Okay, I think we're good. I think it's loud enough. But boys, join us. We got groups over in the LFG. Anybody and everybody on EU is welcome to join us. We'll listen the groups up in just a second. Are the groups in custom? The groups are going to be under Raids Legacy, actually. We used to hold them under custom, but the problem with custom is it doesn't allow for cross-faction. And like, some of you guys are aligned and some of you guys are horde. And just to make sure cross-faction supported, we actually list them under Raids Legacy, under, I don't know, what's it called? Under, Molten Core, just to be like out of the way. So I'm gonna put them up on the Molten Core, and I'll show you right here. Molten Core 5V5 1v1 Duels. Let's group, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? And you're good to go. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure. YouTube was like, hey, set out a goal. I'm like, I don't really know what that is, but I'll take your word for it. Toxic Doctor, I like that, dude. Toxic Doctor. Make sure optimistic for all the tanks, bar Guardian, and Midnight. I was starting to take a look at some of the tanks over on like the Wowhead Talents or whatever. Bro, I am liking what they're doing with the Holy Death Knight. Have you looked at that thing? You're literally gonna be... So on Holy Death Knights normally split their builds between like summoning stuff, diseases, and then those pestules from festering wounds. And there's like towns above diseases, towns above that, towns above clawing shadows, towns above death coil. And it looks like they were just like, no. You know those like wounds that you create and you pop? Let's just remove that and we'll just go undead and disease. And that's it. And we'll sprinkle in some death coil stuff there, but that's more like baseline that all builds use. But it doesn't really matter. Saya, okay, Saya is going to be lead on this team, specifically. Johnny, also ready. Okay, Saya, I'm going to make you lead on this one, man. I'm going to make you lead on this one. We'll see how things go. Last week, we didn't have any paladins, I'm pretty sure. So things worked out pretty well, and players pretty sure had a lot of fun. But now that Saya's back, I think fun is gone. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes, though. Not your fault, Saya. You know, you're just a criminal scum for playing the paladin, as some in the community would say. But you know what I mean? It's not your fault. It's the fault of your parents for letting you pick a paladin in the first place. I'm joking. I kid. I kid. But the community does hate paladins, though, with like righteous passion. You know what I mean? Embrizaz and Johnny Boy 5 Grand 1. I think we're good. We're dueling, boys! Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So I just hit him with that sideways face. Alright, dude. You just keep saying, yo, you gotta do something. You gotta do something so we can make a super chat and make a fun goal. I don't know. So what should be the goal? YouTube is like, yo, make a super chat goal. You have to do it right now. I'm just putting it one at like the least expensive. Don't donate. Dal gets an 1% increased chance at getting Midnight Alpha next week. Next reset. I can't spell chance, apparently. Yeah, no, I actually did spell it correctly. Okay, here we go. Start a goal. YouTube is like, yo, you got to make a goal. Here we go, chat. We made a goal. You want to help me get midnight? Don't donate. Don't donate. I'm just putting it out there so YouTube doesn't, like, yell at me. Druid. Druid gonna be first up over the team too. Is you ready though? Because it is a Druid. It is the Smershka sub-rogue versus a Boomkin. We have been seeing more Boomkins in these duels, which I'm very, very happy to see, chat. That being said, things ain't easy for you boys. Things ain't easy. Maybe at midnight, but right now things are definitely not easy. Maybe after whatever they're doing to rogues, things are gonna be easier. And I can use a massive shield for like 5 minutes CDs. If we use a massive shield that has a 5-min CD. I mean, I guess you could if it's like part of the, if it's like a trinket, sure. If it's like a, I don't know, embellishment, yes. All those things are allowed unless you're like using an item to cheat for a teammate. No, you cannot give a shield to a teammate. That is not allowed. Shield yourself, go for it. Wait, I talk about like your AoE shield. Okay, so when it comes to AoE shielding, you should probably save those when you're playing. You shouldn't pop it up just to give everybody a shield. Yeah, probably not a good idea. I would probably hold that as their own as a major. Yeah, I was playing some Feral earlier. It was pretty cooked. Really? Oh, yeah, damn. You meant on the alpha, or are you talking about like on live? Or in PvP in general? Bro, it's pretty good. At least supposedly it's good. Like, it looks kind of good, but I haven't really fully seen it. But it's going to be a blind out onto Drudy with a disarm right after Drudy. In a bit of a weird position right now with the road cash and an easy reset. Sap to follow. It is very hard. Cheap shot, also very hard. But does at least give him somewhat opportunity to just have a go. No click shadows, trick it out for the road. Cheap shot. And again, Drudy just trying to go for every defensive if possible. Got himself a bit of a disarm, but it's going to be a disarm on the, by the rogue on Drudy. I was gonna say for a second, I think it was a disarm for disarm actually. He just didn't have any other tools to use there at that point. And the trees are actually doing some work here. The dots are rotting down to Smershka, unable to quite escape here. It's gonna be a mushroom procking. Let's go for the vanish. Drudy in bear form. He's gonna go for a quick disarm onto Smershka. Should be aware that a kidney shot comes out real soon. But the burst comes through before the rogue can even land the kidney shot. Hold on a second. I think Drudy is bringing it back for the Druids all around, man. Dandruin Rin? Literally Anduin Rin's cousin. Danduin Rin. I mean, the set looks kind of cool. I really do like that. I like the erratic ears. That is a very nice touch. Trying to see if he have himself a bit of that honor duel versus Drudy. But Drudy ain't nowhere to be in front of him, dude. He ain't gonna walk at him at all whatsoever. Is that one of the new cloaks? Is that the elite cloak? Or is that one of the normal cloaks? I can't even tell. Either way, this man is ready. He's just looking for the Druid, man. He's just looking. For Druidy, no trinket. So honestly, I could actually see him just sit there for 30 seconds without a trinket, but it actually is gonna go in there, get some dots in, get some trees in, try to get some damage in. Incarnation is out. Root onto Jandruin, who's got himself Hand of Freedom. Roar before he can land on the Hodge. It's gonna be burst out of Drudy with a stun on Drudy. Does not have a trinket with a bar skin. Is all he's really got. Jandruin able to pick up a lot of healing. Disarm right after. Does he have the big hammer build? Is he going for the big? He is a hammer build. Does he have a second hammer? Trying to go for a second hammer. He just doesn't quite do enough. Trinket to follow. Drudy does have a trinket for this one in case he needs one. Cyclone right after with more cyclones and more regrowths to follow. Is going to need to get himself lots of recovery. Does still have an out. Shadow Melt is available. Good potential in Melt Hodge, which would be huge for him, but he's going to need some cooldowns here. Fury Balloon coming up very, very soon. One heavy Incarnation this time around, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to have the tools ready for the Paladin. A Paladin does see him, I'm pretty sure, right? Catches him. And is going to try to see if he can get on top of the guy. Stone right after, has a bubble in case he needs to. Has a spell word in case he needs to. So it's actually the perfect spot. Drudy able to get quite a lot of range from him. Trying to go for those rats to get himself an eclipse. Lots of damage. Might be a bubble. Dandruin with a bubble out of that roar. Drudy with a bar skin will need everything to survive. Back in a boom bear form. Big kills are available. Does have a disarm available too. Trinket still available in case a Hodge comes through. Can disarm the Paladino. He's just on a full retreat right now. He just needs some time. He has a root silence potentially. Does catch a restone? Holy, hold on a second. I was thinking he was going to just try to see if he could run out. But I guess Jandruin used a lot of globals to self-heal and didn't get the Druid back into combat fast enough, man. That is wild. Dandruin is going to have to get himself a bit of reset. Spell Ward is still available. Drudy has a trinket. He has a disarm. Root, silence, and everything. So he's actually in a great spot. want to start off with the PowerPC. Where do we begin? Solo queue, arena, solo queue BGs. I think solo queue battlegrounds is huge. Yeah, solo queue BGs I think is awesome. Super friendly, basically normal BGs, but people get a little more sweaty. But I think it's a lot easier to get into. Dancer Wind does go down. I don't know if he got silenced on a root or solar beam or anything like that, or maybe got interrupted. But he did not get himself a chance to even pop an immunity, so he does go down. Next up is going to be one of the three, either Megami, either Toxic Doctor, or possibly Saya. Looks like Saya is coming out. Next, I'm loving the whole set, dude. It looks so good. I even like the pants part that you went with the Arathi look. It fits out really, really well. Hell of a set, but for Druid, that was a Paladin he went up against. Not easy whatsoever. He's going to have to go up against another Paladin. Trinket available. Barskin available. Heart of the Wild coming back up, but I don't really know, man. This is Saya. This is not a Hammer Paladin, you know? This is a full... I'm pretty sure unless Saya did something different. Full Herald of the Sun. Herald of the Sun, big dot rot damage. It's going to be stunned out for Drudy. Trying to see if he can escape. Saya might be able to go through a lot of damage. Saya knows it's going to be burst out for Drudy. Drudy going for the flapstick, back himself out of there. Saya's technically out in the open. I don't know if Drudy wants to chase after him, but looks like Saya's going to wait out the trees. Go for pickup on the heels. Drudy does get himself a bit of a restealth. I don't know if he's going to be able to go for yet another stun, sprint, dash, dots, damage, and the full combo. He's going to try to go for yet another stun, but he's a little too close to Saya. That's going to be a Hodge opportunity. Silence Beam does go out. Is going to get a Hodge on Drudy. Does have a chicken for this one. Roar for a second. Saya taking a lot of damage. Trying to go for a clone, but Saya does go behind the pillar. Is going to just let the recovery get him caught up, but the trees are back in play. It's a lot of damage. Saya with the Spell Warden. Drudy needs everything to live here. He can't do anything right now. Maybe Roar. I think he's already used Roar, unfortunately. Unless maybe Bash or Maim. I don't think he has either one available right now, though. But it's going to be Saya living a lot of the burst with an immunity. Bubble is available in case he needs it. Drudy with the Heart of the Wild trying to go for Cyclone. Does he get a juke? He does get interrupted, but a Cyclone goes through it. A Hodge comes out, and it doesn't matter. Saya takes it. With Black going to be up next, but it looks like he wants to give Saya as much of an honor duel. Not going to rush this Paladin down, letting him get a full reset. Land Hands and Bubble still available for the Paladin. He sees okay. Background's always a reason or a mess. I feel like just BGs, solo queue BGs, BG Blitz, I think it's just easier because you just play objectives. So even if you're not a great in like damage, everybody can play the objective, right? Get on the card, go grab the flag, capture a point. You know, I feel, and plus you have a whole team of 8 people. You know, in a solo, if you make a mistake, that can really be, you know, critical. But if you make a mistake, somebody else can help out and carry the team sometimes in BG Blitz. So I think it's a good starter place. Especially if you're just like, especially if you're a class that is good at team fights. That could be a lot of fun. That could be a lot of fun. Saya does go for a bit of that reset behind the pillar. Blade does take a lot of, is that the name? Black? I'm gonna call you Blade. I'm gonna call you Blade. Bleg? I don't even know what I call you. I'm just going to call you Greg. I feel like Greg is easier than Bleg. But that's going to be a lot of damage out for Saya with the dots. Even if he's magic, it's not going to be enough. And the Karma being out, Saya is just able to rot down that monk with Chikef? I don't even know how to say your name. Chick. I'm going to call you Chick. Going to be up next. Some chick right out in the arena. That's what it sounds like now. I like your whole Halloween look, by the way. That looks so good. I like how you got the actual like Hollow's End event one, not the trading post one. The red eye gives it away. He does get a stun on Saya. A bunch of damage coming out through with the Dark Ascension. It has him some potential, lots of damage, but Saya able just to go for the rot damage, the slow onto Chick. And it's just backing himself out of there, letting the dot rot you down for some Chick. You're going to have to get that fear stun combo. Is going to get the Shadow Crush on the Saya. Void Torrent with a Rift is going to be huge. You just need DP to combine into it. However, there's just no targets. And Saya does poke out from behind the pillar for a second. This gives an opportunity to trick it to disengage for a moment. The Rift does connect, but Saya is going to go for a bubble. Shikif does have himself a disperse, trying to go for Massive Spell. Is going to almost land it, but a quick interrupt by Saya is just not going to be enough. Saya being able to lock you out on the Massive Spell does leave you with that immunity for a little bit longer. Leo does become the Herald. Hallows and set with the hat and the back piece to the... Is unholy this time. Okay. Interesting. Saya is going to be up next, so trying to see if he can drop down final wreck, but he's kind of out of options. Maybe Leon Hands available still? Oh, not. No mind. No, it's not. Leo just dropping him in seconds here. That's what happens when you have a paladin who's just out of options, man. Out of options completely. Either Toxic Doctor is going to be next. I like his pet, by the way. That looks pretty good. Let's go for a bit of that honor duel. I like it. I like it. And looks like Leo is giving him the auto duel, even though he's got a whole army. They're all ready to go. The A-bomb might accidentally get in combat. Never mind, doesn't. Does it get dots on you? It looks like Toxic Doctor does get dots on him. I think the A-bomb does have this natural dot aura around him. That's definitely going to get him coming pretty quickly. Back to the mall we did. Yeah, exactly. Back to the mall. As Leo is going to go behind the pillow. Body shot does connect, but Toxic wasn't able to follow up. Trying to get some damage on to Leo. As long as he's got the grenades and coordinated assault, he should be good to go. He's playing that Sentinel, so as long as he's able to get those big grenades and empower them, he's going to be okay. But Leo's just going to let the pets do a lot of the work. Dark Transformation, letting the mages do a bunch of casting from around the corner. Big grenades are actually chunking out Leo's health bar. Not feeling that good. Lynchboard, IBF, and Death Pact. Everything was used just to survive there. And Toxic didn't really get that much damage into the guy. He just threw a couple of hits on it, but nothing crazy. Leo, I think, might just be done for the count here. Potentially next grenade with a full looter buff. And I think you just might be done for. You need that kill command, though. It's something, even if it's on the pet. Freezing trap on the pet. Stun to Leo. Does break over with human racial. Is going to get explosive shot around the corner. AMS will try to see if he can stop some of the damage. Silence out of Toxic. We're just going to go for a turtle shell. Just waiting it out. Technically, Leo has a lot of pet damage here. He could, if he could just live and stay away from Toxic, those pets could do a ton here. But the riders are focused on the hunter pet instead of the hunter himself. That is unfortunate. Leo tried to pick up death strikes here and there. Trying to go for a bit of range damage. Oh, but not enough. Toxic immediately got him some camo, but the dots. These are still on him. And Minton Hunter is going to be last or left. Wait, is that right? Minton Hunter? It is Minton Hunter. Okay. I was pretty sure I got it wrong, and then I just had to reread it. And I did have it right. That's a good looking set, by the way. I just got it the other day. Actually, yesterday. I got all the other pieces. I still need want to get the kilt pieces. So I still need to do a couple of Brewfest things on alts. And actually do the event, because I'm behind on still on the weapons and all these unique items. But pretty cool. I still don't have the mount, by the way. But it looks like Minton is giving Toxic as much of a chance here to catch himself a reset with the Mage Foot. Marksmanship Monster maybe just feels super confident that they could just go and take out Toxic very, very quickly. I like the dragon, dude. The dragon isles, the dragonflight, dragon riding mounts, man. They do look really, really good. And have you seen some of the mounts coming out of Midnight, by the way? There's like a Gladiator Drake mount that they got. I think everybody's already excited immediately. It's better than the Bats of War Within. Immediately better than the Bats of War Within. It's like a mix of a proto dragon and like a normal dragon kind of combined together by the looks of it. Remember Tame the Pink Elec? Yeah. Gotta get the Pink Elex, which I do have one on my my original hunter, Dow Prime. So that I already have, but I need to get all the other collectibles. And hopefully get the, maybe I'll get the trophy for the food event or whatever. Minton does trade some traps, but he does not find Toxic. Toxic kind of walks by him, but doesn't quite catch him. Flares are down, eyes are up. And it looks like Minton might be committing towards one of the eyes on the side here. He should be able to see Toxic as well as the pet. It should hopefully be able to get himself an opener. Should be able to be in your line of sight. Hunter's marks are traded. It's going to go for an explosive shot. Trinkets out of that one with a rapid fire right after fade death for his second. Toxic charges in with a coordinated assault. Minton might be in a bit of trouble. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Main unit defensive, but looks like Toxic just stabs right through him. Just goes in for the offensive. Sai picking up 3. Druid picking up some wild numbers on that too, by the way. That is a lot of damage. And then Toxic Doctor does finish it off as well. Well done, well done. Let's get us another go, boys. Saya and Johnny, let me know when you boys are both ready. We'll get you guys up and running. Let me know real quick. Johnny over here. Johnny says already ready. Saya, let me know when you were good or if you need more bodies. And then I could either join you or I could direct the homies where to join up with you. We ready? Beautiful. Let's do a toll. I should do something different, right? Let's do just a wild one that we usually don't do as like an early match game. I'm just gonna try to see if I can do some of the games we usually do super late. I'm just gonna send them early. And I really gotta prune the audio because we're in that 1025 is really high. Hopefully that got sent. We had an M plus build, a DK, how one? Yeah, no idea, man, no idea. But hey, did pretty good, right? As long as you're winning. Some nice 100 pets I expect to. I saw, yeah. Have you seen the dance, by the way, of the Haranir, the druid forms? I know it's like not really a hunter thing, but like you said, 100 pets, and I'm like, oh, druid forms. I don't know. You don't think too hard about it, and you can see how my brain connected the two. But if you see like the little dance that the ferret form does, they're just vibing. It's actually so cute. Actually so insanely cute. Lord Aron. I'll try Lord Aron again. And then I'll try, if Lord Aron doesn't work, I'll do, I don't know, Down and Sewers. Lord Aron work. Your Bloodika looks so good. I looked at the talents. Dude, they brought the Swarm back from Shadowlands. It is crazy, but it fits. And they gave A-Bombling back to Blood DK, which I thought huge. Because that's a good ability. That was missed. Gorfix versus A-Bomb is an interesting choice. I like it. Gorfix has a silence, but A-Bomb is a 2-minute. So one is shorter, one is longer, but like A-Bomb is still huge, which I like a lot. I also think it's an interesting direction to not make him play around Bone Shield offensively and just buff the rest of their kit. And they also put up some like talents and traits. Basically, they gave one of the tier sets as Apex Talent, dude. It's not really interesting. It's not new, but it's probably good. It's probably good long term. Like they took things that people liked and were like, all right, let's just make a baseline. But it's not like they gave them new though. For Trigger Death Strikes, yeah, again, it's a tier set. 30% of heal overtime baked in. That is nice. That is a talent though, but it is still nice. Consumption's a power. I don't know about consumption. I don't know how consumption is going to work. And I have a whole video plan for Death Knights in particular, going over all the new stuff. But like, I don't think consumption is going to go well, by the way. I don't think it's going to last as an empowerment spell. Just speaking for real. Which. I think they'll just take empowerment rank 2 and it'll make that the base effect without the whole empowerment mechanic. Just an immediate hit. That's what I think they'll do. Mega be good with first up versus Shakib, but looks like they're missing somebody over on team 2. Aloe does join that team, but oh wait, no, they got a 5th. They do have a 5th. It's going to be Blade with Megami. Immediate Ice Block. Mass still has a massive rift that's going to devour them. Stone to follow. It is light. Has himself counterized for last second. Perfect opportunity to maybe do a final blast, but Shakib does survive and is able to keep on going with Danduin Rin going to be up next. Give it Shakib as much of an auto duel. Actually wasn't attacking immediately, not until he saw the Shadow Crash. So for Shakib, he could have maybe delayed it. May need a Void Swap. I don't know if you're going to use Void Swap or maybe Disperse. If you're going to Void Swap, then Void Swap. I'm not sure what he was waiting for, but maybe he didn't think the Pally was going to hit him hard, and then a hammer came down. That is the problem. I think a lot of people are so used to Pally's not playing the hammer build, and are just like, you know what? I've not seen Dawnlight. I'm probably okay. Hammer. Because if that thing crits, it's over. It is over. No respect? What do you mean no respect? What do you mean no respect? I was bowing. Oh, the Shadow Priest attacked you ahead of time? I mean, the Shadow Priest was looking for blood. He attacked Danduin, even though Danduin was giving him an auto duel. To be honest, Aloe charges in, and Danduin does go for the hammer. Yet again, the hammer just keeps on striking over and over. Got himself a bit of the AoE, but Aloe might be just lights here. Unless you go for immunity right here. Try to fly up. I don't think you're going to win the DPS race. He just needs one hammer. He just needs one more hammer. Danduin, you better fight Sokovia, though. I think he panicked, popped the shield. He was like, wait a second. I can just pop Aloe like a balloon here real quick. And you may need some kind of immunity. Does not give immunity. I am not sure what Danduin was doing, but he does some big ass hammers. I'm not really sure what else was about, but he does have some massive hammers. So maybe just living by the hammer, dying by the hammer. Living by the big burst, dying by the big burst. And he's like, you know what? I accept my fate. Accept my fate. And you know what? With the Paladin going down, that does give another class a chance to actually play a duel or so. You know what I mean? Blade is going to have to go for, I don't even know how to say his name. I'm going to go with Blade. Karma to follow is Toxic, just pushing all the pressure on him. He's going to try to see if he can back up out of it. He's going to need to spam Vivify to catch up and heal up as much as possible. Trying to stabilize you as best as he can. While Toxic Daughter backs up out of there. Did I say Toxic Daughter or Doctor? I meant to say Doctor. Is that Toxic just on a, not on a rogue, but on a hunter? Is that who that is? Toxic? Is that the boy? Blade does get hit with the freezing trap, but it's going to end up breaking out of it with explosive shot. Toxic got himself lots of range in cap to follow. Does drink it out of it just to see if he can finish Lexi, but he just doesn't have anything follow up. He just tried to play defensive, but a kill shot, a grenade is just going to do it. A grenade is just going to do it. With lots over on the team 2, dropping little by little, it is up to Leo to try to see if he can claw back some of the victory from the rest of the team. It looks like it's going to be a bit of that honorable duel between the two. Last time, Doctor did put Leo in the hospital, in the morgue. You know what I mean? Like, he actually just blasted him out around the corner. I'm wondering how this arena without as many line of sights, is that going to be better for Leo or worse? Because last time he was trying to play defensively using line of sight, and that didn't help him. But I wonder if that's going to help Dockster. But he was trying to hide away from the Doctor's burst the entire time. He's going to try to see if he can go for some damage of his own. Try to see, make sure to have a grip onto the Doctor the entire time. He's going to go for big damage. Disarmer after Doctor with a silence might be under a lot of trouble. Not playing the Sentinel this time around. He's a I was going to say he's a pack leader build. But he's dead. I didn't realize he didn't have turtle or anything. Literally the only defense he had is a little turtle that had some scaling defensive DR, but that's really about it. So Leo does end up taking about, without any defenses to stop, gap that damage with an immunity. It's just in a rough spot. Leo, try to see if he can break away from the rogue immediately here. Human racial Lichborn to try to see if he can give himself as much damage reduction as possible. Slowing down the Smurshka as best as he can. Did he sacrifice the goal? No, he did not. But does get hit with a disarm. He's going to see if he can get himself a bit of an army going either way. Though the mages does get summoned up, and the rogue looking for the reset. Leo not feeling that great right now. The rogue flatulation, shadow blades, everything is available. No outs right now. He's going to have to do everything he can to stop the rogue. Maybe looking for a death pack here. Immediate death pack potentially. Death strikes are barely keeping him alive, but death pack may have to be used as an emergency heal. Every single one of the death strikes just saves off death, but you may be looking for a death pack. Does use it. As long as he doesn't take too much damage from the rogue, now the death pack has been used, he might be okay. Because he needs to wait out for the necrotics to fall off. The ghoul is going to try to keep the rogue in combat. Does catch a shadow build with those cheap shots. It is over. It is lights. Maybe Druidy can catch the rogue out in the open. Trying to see if he can rush him. Does land a stun. Dots are in. Needs to make sure the rogue is rooted from a distance. Does step to him. Vanish to follow right after. Cheap shot to follow. Trinket, Barskin, Bear Form, Roar. Just letting the trees do a lot of the dot work right now. Cloak shot is trying to see if he can get himself stabilized here a little bit. Trying to knock the rogue back, but the cloak keeps him moving. And Druidy just needs something. Anything. Does catch a restart onto the Smurshka with dots. Smoke bomb is down. I think the rogue is perfectly in a good spot right now. Star Surge is just not quite enough to take him out. Second Surge, third Surge. Just needs a little bit more, and the dots do eventually take him. With Sai being the last one left for the team one, it's going to come down to the Druid versus Saya, and the Druid is going to be behind. No Trinket, no Meld. Heart of the Wild maybe will be enough here. No Renewal. Bars coming up hopefully soonish. But it's really going to come down to if Druidy can play the long game with Saya. Problem is, Saya just needs to get himself one good lockdown, and it's over. Stun onto Druidy. No way for him to stop the damage. No Barskin to prevent it. Heart of the Wild might have to go Bear Form immediately. Sai took a lot of damage there, but I think he's going to be mostly okay. Bear Form Druidy. Cyclone to follow. I think landing Cyclones and getting away from Sai is going to have to be the play. Heart of the Wild, now that he can't get away from Sai with the Barskin together, maybe he can go for a disarm to stop some of his damage. Silence goes through, but the Root does not come out, and that's going to be all the damage by the Paladino at the end. At that point, you just hit that critical mass where you just can't really stop a lot of his go. Maybe a disarm, but even that doesn't really stop a Paladin. So many range attacks for melee class, you know? Let's get us another one going here, boys, yeah? Saya as well as Leo. Let me know when you guys are ready. Let me know when you both boys are ready. Blood DK has always risen and fallen, basically a gear factor, but it's legendary is a tier. So honestly, it's not gonna complain. I was hoping they would give some new stuff, right? But they just did not. Maybe in the future they will. But yeah, I was just hoping that they would give them some new tools to play with, new toys and stuff. They just didn't. Maybe they will one day. Looks like Saya is ready, and so is my boy Johnny. We're good. I'm gonna send you guys into a. What are we gonna do? We usually do towards tail end. Let's get a Blade's Edge out of the way, dude. Let's do a Blade's Edge. Let's go edging, chat. I mean, what? That was a terrible joke. That was so like, so not even on the nose. That's not even in play. Terrible. Terrible. Ooh. Imagine. You guys, on Blade's Edge, you guys better be edging. I actually really like this arena in terms of like the thematics. I've done Pit 125, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to do Pit. I think I'm just trying to get 5 more what is it, Bach ruins, and then I'm gonna make my chest, bump it up, and then call it a season. Because I've done everything. I just want to finalize my build. I haven't been getting any uniques. I finally got Ringo Starless Skies, and I just don't want to RNG uniques. My luck with uniques have been terrible in Diablo, man. I just want to get the chest, pump it, and drop it, and then I'm done. And you can have the rest of my stuff if you're gonna play the rest of the season, man. But yeah. I'm just trying to make myself a chest. I just did 5 Bach ruins. What's your next item in Diablo? Shoot me a message? Yeah, 5 Bach ruins. BAC. Which? Toxic Doctor gonna be first up versus Elo, immediately starting off with the dots. Elo with an metamorphosis off the bat? Is it just Elo trying to go super giga damage off the get-go? Before Toxic even starts, or maybe just using meta just to remove the damage, is getting those demon surges proccing. Turtle Shell down, so Toxic does not need to get out of there. He got a wyvern up in the sky, flying around, buffing up his damage as well as his best damage. Elo tried to see if they could reconnect with a bit more damage. Playing the Felscard, which is going to be scarred very, very soon, is going to potentially be a lot of immolation damage that you can do with that. So that immolate damage could be huge. Elo just trying to see if he can catch up to Toxic Doctor. Is going to be an immunity, not immune to CC, but immune to damage. Freezing Trap likely. Yep, waiting around the corner. Imprison on the pet. Stun onto Toxic. Should have just stood there where you were. No, this is why if you dual land a stone on the hunter, you need to stand still. Whatever angle you have for damage, that's what you gotta use. Fear of the Eagle, however, I think is gonna end up taking down Elo. That or Grenades Doom. One of those two abilities is gonna take you. With Blank, the Windwalker gonna be up next. No, but it's a point of like drop it. Yeah. I'm just trying to get one more item to finalize my build. Just to feel like, okay, I did it. I've been able to one-shot everything else, every boss whatsoever. I haven't tried one-shotting Lilith on like tier 4 or anything. But yeah, I'm just trying to get like one last item and then I'm calling it. Just so I'm like, okay, I got the build. Now quit. Now I can just sit there and rot. Be wasted away. But Blade, try to see if you can catch up to Toxie if he can find him. Toxie getting that camo and get as much of a reset as needed. That's actually perfect for him. He needs some cooldowns. Trinket not available for a while. Human racial technically usable. No turtle shell for a while. And Blade does not see his pets or Toxie. I think you would see him around the corner here, right? You see the enchant? Or does the enchant look invisible? I would think you would see the pet. Though the hunter camo is very difficult in the eyes. Like rogues, you can kind of sort of see like a translucent rogue, but you still see the actual model. But the hunter, the whole like see-through glassy look that they got going on is actually really difficult on the eyes specifically, just to see, unless you know exactly what you're looking for, like almost the whited out outlines. It is difficult to see. But for Toxic, that is going to be a full reset. For Blade, could not find him. Dustboard on top of him with immediate stun. Trinkets out of it. Lexup is going to be Trinket right after. Blade taking a lot of damage. Fisty Fury for a second. Scatter right after. Does have a lot of damage. Condi is going to do a lot here with Zuen. It was Zuen. Big kick to follow, but it's going to be Karma. Toxic got himself a turtle shell to live. Blade with a bit of that forward brute to try to see if he can survive as well. Is going to be Toxic backing himself out of that completely. Potentially could go for a freezing trap on Zuen if that they close the gap. Just kind of keeping the pet over with Blade, but he's going to be able to get a lot of self-healing actually if he goes in for rising sun kicks off of that pet. Eventually that pet is going to go down. Toxic just sitting down for a food reset while Blaze also got himself Vivify. However, Toxic with his food is got much faster recovery than Blade. No trinkets available now, and only diffuse magic for Blade. I don't really know if Toxic got any walls or anything available, but he might be in a bit of trouble here. Toxic Doctor might actually be in a lot of trouble unless he can somehow get some CC onto Blade. Is going to open up with a closer shot that does do decent bit of damage. Grenades potentially could give you a lot of go. It is going to be Clash forged by the Monk. Freezing Trap right behind you. The Monk just needs to walk backwards a little bit into the Freezing Trap, but he's got images. Massive damage on Toxic. Toxic could be in a lot of trouble. Incap just to hold him in place for a second. Let's see, have another big kick, knocking him up in the air, but Fury of the Eagle catches him last second. What the hell is that? Oh, and Rest in Hell not going to give you a chance. That was so good. Immediately starting up with a hunt onto Dan, or trying to see if he can bait out anything out of him. Trinket for Dan. Rest in Hell holding his trinket, but eating a full hammer. In prison, and it's just needs to back the hell out of there. Sigil of Fear, and that's all he's got right now. He's got to get himself as much recovery as possible. I-beam gonna help out a little bit. All those lesser souls you're gonna pick up from that sigil spite are also gonna help. Metamorphosis, trying to see if he can dodge a blind. Does dodge a blind, actually. That's huge. The android still can get himself one hammer. The hammer just gonna go through the darkness. Lay on hands, he's perfectly fine, very alive and very happy. He's gonna be resting. He'll pick up a little bit of healing, but damage comes through before the bubble goes out. I think you gotta make sure as a paladin, always save a global for a bubble. Always save a global for a bubble. I think you just watch him rest in health super low. He's like, you know what? Pummel him with as much damage as humanly possible. That's what I need. Rest in health, back it up out of there though. Versus Megami, who's got an altar, but Rasenal is just gonna try to see if he can back up out of it. Looks like somebody's still dropping meteors on him. Was it the Phoenix? Either the Phoenix or the Magus. Try to see if he can spell steal Magus' buffs as best as possible. Is gonna get a stun. Blade answer follow right after. Whatever health you got to recover. Massive damage. Oh my god, he's trying to play super aggressive. Megami still has a altar. No altar. Cauterize. So Megami's actually okay. Meg is actually perfectly okay. Try to see if you can run by him. Stun. Does drop him low with a bleed, with a dot. Just needs a little more damage. Just a little more. Oh, it does get to dodge those meteors with the last little slash at the end. Man, and Saya gonna be up next over for the team. I don't know how Rest in Hell is gonna be able to play with it against him, unless he can take away some souls and then consume them. Saya, if he can walk up next to you, take up some souls, that'd be great. Because look, yeah, every time he picks up a soul off of you, that is a bit of healing. That is also another bit of healing. But Saya's like, all right, you got full health. You got 2 souls out of me. You get out of here. Is going to hit him with a dot immediately. Look at Rest in Hell, dude. He just recovered and immediately less than half health. Less than 30%. He's literally already rotting. He's literally rotting right before our eyes with just the dot of Saya. Literally nothing this man can do. Sigil of Spite should help him get some souls out of here. Unfortunately, did not have Metamorphosis to get himself additional leech. He's not in a great spot. He's still looking for a lot of recovery. He's gonna go flying up in the air. Saya is just gonna go for damage, I think. He got the damage. It's gonna be a DPS race between the two. Yep, Saya knows he has the damage. Unfortunately, I guess as a demon hunter, there's just not much you can do against a paladin in this situation. Judy is trying to see if he can potentially clobber down Saya. Does get a lot of damage. Lay on hands, and Saya is already hurting. Judy needs that line of sight for those incarnations. Searcher just really do damage. That Dryad is actually doing a lot of damage from around the pillar. He's got dot protection from regenerating, so he's okay actually. Yeah, Druidy's just backing up out of there. I think Druidy's gonna have to wait until trees and the Fury of Luna are back again. I think that's about all he can really do in this situation. Bar's getting it a little early here. This could give Saya a potential opportunity to break past and get some damage out. But unless Druid gives himself like the biggest go and a perfect angle, it's just going to be tough for him. Balestica Saint ahead of that stun. It is going to be the shortest stun in the world, allowing Paladino to land a Hodge of his own. Disarm, I don't know if it stops a lot of Paladin's damage. Does go for Blessiga Saint, Blessiga Spell Warden. Druidy does not have any physical damage, so all you can do is just run. Bear Form, Heart of the Wild, and run. Maybe Roar, maybe Clone. Try to go for a clone, but a Rebuke comes through. Druidy's just out of options of cooldowns. Trying to go for yet another clone. Saya trying to see if he can go down ramp to maybe line of sight, but will not be hit by it. If a Druidy at least has some recovery, knock Saya back with yet another clone. Last one you got. Last one you got. Heart of the Wild, yet another heal. That's your one last big heal. Maybe you could pre-disarm a Paladin. I don't know if that would have done anything at this point. Barskin not going to be quick enough, man. Not going to be up quick enough. And Leo is the last one left or for that team too. Trying to give Saya maybe a little bit of a breather. Not really too much of a recovery, but it's like, hey, I'm dueling, yeah. And that's it. And he just rushes him. Saya still has a bubble, so maybe he could use a bubble to leverage that to reverse the damage back into Leo. It got himself lots of potential damage here. Just needs to wake up actions to follow up as well. Leo's looking pretty non-healthy right now, actually. Might be in a bit of trouble. Blind to follow. Searing Glare. Does not have Searing Glare to follow up by the looks of it. That or didn't feel confident using it there. But potentially dot damage on Leo. Just melt him. Stun is going to break out of it. I think Holy Scion potentially has it, though. It does pick it up at the end. The Paladino, man. You can't stop the Paladino. I love watching Rest in Hell, by the way, do the damage she did. But you can't really stop a Paladino at the end of the day. That is tough. That is tough. Dawn Light, dampening, not a lot of healing. It is a rough spot to be in, man. Alrighty, boys. Let me know when you guys' teams are good. If you want to switch up teams, you can always, like, shift teams around if you want to. That is an option. We can take some people on Team Johnny and Saya and shuffle you guys around. Maybe get some fresh blood after the next one, yeah? Just rolled on my runs. I got everything but Bach, but I have one in my stash already, maybe two. Can I join? Well, welcome to it. Anybody and everybody in the chat is welcome to join us for 5V5 1V1 DUELS, boys. Anybody and everybody is welcome to join. We're ready? Beautiful. Johnny is also ready. Okay, cool. We'll send it. Let's, so in 20 minutes, let's do a bit of switcheroo for the teams, get some fresh blood in. But otherwise, yeah, let's keep it going. Let's do, what should we do? Like hook point? We haven't done any of the regular arenas that we usually do. Hook point, Blackrock Hold, Tolveron, things like that. But yeah, Ryan, you're more than welcome to join us, man. As long as we got spots open, you guys are more than welcome to. We'll have the groups listed under Legacy Raids, under Molten Core specifically, in a little bit. We'll switch up the teams. I think we'll still keep Saya lead and Leo lead. We'll just mix the people around. Same map again. That's my bad. We'll play it out. That is my bad. Yeah, I meant to do a hook point. Yeah, I meant to do a hook point. That is my B. That is my B. My bad. My bad. Genuinely. Blaze Age is not the best for duels. Some classes definitely have an advantage here. Watch it be the same like order of people. It'd be the biggest like deja vu. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah, we'll play it out still. We'll still play it out. But yeah, I'll definitely do a different map after this. For Twitch. Got ourselves Dan doing over for the team one. Looks like he's gonna be first up. Let's first get in the back. I don't even know if they're gonna play last time. Toxic Doctor, Megami as well as Sai over here. And Dan doing immediately first up versus Leo as a Frosty DK. This time around, got himself the Reapers. Scythe with a huge burst damage. You're gonna need a bubble, you're gonna need lay on hands, you're gonna need everything. Lay on hands used, bubble used, there it is. Literally used everything and he's trying to see if he crushed Leo. Leo cannot stop the bubble, and that hammer actually hurts. Hurts a lot. Another hammer comes through. More little hammers flying in. Big hammer comes out. Got himself the IBF. Or not IBF. Oh no, he did IBF. But also Ladyborn as well. And both got himself a bit of a breather. Dandruin still. Danduin. I don't know how to call it Dandruin. You still have Spell Warden. Definitely use it whenever available, man. Definitely use it. That's going to stop a lot of the DK frost damage. A lot of his damage is going to be frost. It's not a lot of it is physical. A lot of it is like melee damage, but it's frost damage that goes right through you like this. Oh, that's a lot. Try to see if you can recover. You got some random proc wings. Stand still and flash heal. Stand still, flash heal. Stand your ground, silence. Oh, got himself there a big blit with big ice spikes flying through him. Taking him out. Is it from one pally to the next? It is. Looks like from one pally to the next. And I don't think Leo's ready. He doesn't have a human racial. He's got AMS, he's got Death Pack. I don't think he has enough to work with here. I don't think he has enough to work with. One little Death Strike. And Sai giving him at least that. At least giving him that, man. There it is. But he feels so burned out. It's a good idea to play other games, especially with like Midnight coming out. I think it's a good idea to just like chill and do what's fun. Don't need to constantly grind. Now play someone else, man. Suck Song looks like a lot of fun. You give that a go. Have you played Expedition 33? That'd be the best time. Have you ever played Baldur's Gate? Definitely worth your time and money. Proven. Leo got a lot of bursts on the side. Sai also got a lot of bursts on him. There goes the bubble. For Leo, I don't know if there's any recovery. Death Pact is available, but he's going to have to break his own movement speed. I don't know if you can AMS, IBF, AMZ, BBL. Down. Unfortunately, does go down. Blake going to be up next. No more immunity out of Saya, however. He does have Bloodstone Protection he might be able to use, but no more bubble. If Blake can catch up to him, he's doing Super Saiyan moves right now. Absolute Super Saiyan moves, and Saya's just like, hold still, Hodge. Hit him with a Hodge. But if you go for a Karma, I don't know, maybe you could bait out a Blessing of Protection out of him. Possibly. Maybe clashing him in the middle with Solar Conduit. Hold on, Celestial Conduit could be huge, actually. I was thinking maybe Saya was going to go bop, but Celestial Conduit was going to continue doing damage. But Blade, he needs to get himself a good setup versus Saya. Technically, Leg Sweep is going to get broken out by Bop, unfortunately. Saya trying to see if he can recover as much health as he can. Wake him, Ashes from a distance to cut you down. And Ella looking to take down Saya. I think he go for Spell Warden here, right? Elo trying to see if he can set up some huge burst, but does get stunned up. Not going to be breaking out of it with a Trinket. Trying to see if he can chase after Saya. Definitely used to get a good angle. Trying to go for a hunt, does not connect. The hunt does go through with an I-beam right after. If you ever have any big damage thrown in the big glaive, I don't know if they're going to go for like a meta. Does end up going for I-beam here, but may need to use the big meta to capitalize on some damage. Try to see if you catch up to Saya. If you can meta a Hodge, that'll be huge here, actually. You may need to. You may actually need to. There goes the stun. Trinket. Meta right after. You have the damage to follow up. Big blade dance with a stun right after. This is your perfect opportunity to make some kind of damage go. But Saya does go with a massive slam. Spell Warden to block that chaos damage. But there's only so much you can do. Rest in Hell is up next. And last time Saya let him have an honor duel, and Rest in Hell is doing the same thing. Letting Saya have himself a bit of a breather. Letting some of those cooldowns cool down. Bubble coming up very, very soon. Pretty sure Lay on Hands is available. So for Rest in Hell, you better be very, very careful. Try to see if you can stay up in midair as best as possible to dodge that Hodge, but Saya delaying the Hodge, seeing the eventual retreat out of the Demon Hunter. So you try to be very, very careful with it. I-beam right after does charge in. Shield of Evidence is available with a hunt right after. It's going to be a pretty strong dot. A strong dot from Saya, just burning down Rested Health as well. May not be in a great spot. Try to go for big cleaves with an I-beam right after. We'll need to use everything you can just to catch up with Saya's stun to follow cleaver right after. I think the cleave connected, pretty sure, right? Pretty sure it did. Saya with a full Lay on Hands. Rest in Hell may need a trinket out of this. Does burn a trinket. May need to use everything he can to live. 42% dampening, but he's still able to pick up a little bit of healing. He's sitting in the darkness, letting the damage through from range. Saya avoiding the sigil of fire, but goes in for another slammer at the end of it all. This paladin is just absolutely running amok. Bubble in 30 seconds. I don't know if you can live it. I don't know if you can live it. I think it slides potentially. Oh yeah, does go down. Who's up next? It's gonna be Toxic Doctor up next. It's gonna be really down. I don't even know if Duty can make this happen here. Dodging the flare. I think he saw exactly what Toxic was. Yeah, exactly what he was. Just from right after, could at least exchange the dots. It's gonna be grenades exchange as well. Toxic is going to take some dot damage, so is Rudy. Trying to see if he can keep that pressure going from a distance. Trees are in. Explosive shot getting traded. Stun, but he does fall off the side of the platform. Actually, I think is the right move for him right now. Toxic, feign death for a moment. Trying to see if he can go for a big charge coordinator assault. Silence on Druid for a second. Fury of the Eagle is going to back up out of there. Druid needs to go for whatever recovery he can. Toxic taking a lot of damage, though, behind the pillar onto the bridge. My question right now is, can Druid bring it back, dude? He's got to go through Toxie, the Smurshka, and Megami. I think if he goes through Toxie, and if he's able to do okay here, maybe if the Smurshka is his next competitor and he just blows him up out of nowhere. Without Heart of the Wild, it's going to be a little tough, though. So I don't really know how that's going to go. Maybe it's actually better if Megami goes next, because then maybe Druid can just play the long game, charge it in for Roar right after, just to get the pressure on Toxic, goes in for a Turtle Shell. Technically has a lot of damage for the Hunter, but is just unable to really do anything. Try to see if he can send the damage into the pet instead. Toxic trying to give the pet a little bit of recovery, but that thing eventually I think is going to die, right? Unless you go for like big recovery. That thing does spawn a mushroom under you. That is unfortunate. That is going to put you under pressure, your pet under pressure. Camo not going to last long. Yeah, this is actually a really good idea. Like, if you can't hit the Hunter, dot up the pet. Don't let him get a camo. Do not let him get a camo ever. Drudy knows there's going to be a trap right there. So he's trying to see if he can get himself a better angle. Freezing Trap does hit him. Trinket not available. Toxic looking for a recovery. So he's on the defensive completely. As Drudy's actually feeling kind of okay. Pet around the corner. I don't know if you can go for a Moonfire off of that. I don't know if Twin Moons would connect and hit Toxic Doctor either way. But if you can get yourself a good angle, this could be an opportunity. Root, pets, all the Treants, potentially could get the Sunfire too. Sunfire, Moonfire, he got all the dots, all the pets are doing damage. Doxy may be potentially under quite a bit of pressure. And for Druidy, that could be at least something to at least force the Hunter away from that pillar. Try to see if he can get himself an angle. Grenades getting thrown in, but he does not have the range in order to close the gap with Harpoon. Not yet, at least. He's trying to trade grenades, but trading on grenades with Star Starters and dots, not great. Drudy definitely needs to, if he has the angle of the pet. Toxic trying to move the pet over to the corner. He's actually controlling the pet, making micro adjustments, because if the pet is out in the open getting dotted up, it's going to be bad for him, because he's just going to cleave down to him. And looks like dots are off. Toxic does get himself a full reset. Drudy does get himself also reset. Roar, trying to see if he can just predict where Toxic's at, but he's nowhere near. And it goes in for a melt. I think he's just going to wait until next prowl. Might pick up the eyes. As Toxic does throw down Flare down the middle. Does see what Drudy is at. Should be able to Hunter's mark him in case he needs to. There it goes. They see each other. Question is, who's going to have the damage? Starting up with grenades. Stun is going to be immediate trinket. Dodging behind the pillar. Charge in with coordinated assault. Disarm to follow. Does not need his weapon to do damage. Trinkets out of that disarm to actually get his spear back. Is actually taking so many star charges back to back. The Grove has this hunter under attack. Wall right after. Just trying to keep the pressure rolling in, but Drudy making sure to shift in bear from anytime he takes damage. Toxic may just die to the dots fade. Death still dotted though. Is it enough? Is he just dead? Those stars are not feeling good. Those stars are not feeling good. Next stump of the Druid is just over. Body shot though! No! Wait, is he still dead? I think he's just dead to the dots. He's just dead to the dots. Druidy, who's up next? It is the Smurshcum. It is not great for you. You better stealth up. Prowl up now. Yeah, I think it's lights. I think it's over. I don't think this rogue is gonna... It is DR'd. It is a very, very DR'd stun. Maybe you could just root the rogue. Maybe you could just run. Maybe just run for your life for the rest of your game. For the rest of the game. Just keep running. Just keep running. Hold on, chat. I think Judy potentially has a chance here. He's got to find the Smushka, burst him down immediately, and then go defensive as soon as the Smushka has any kind of a go. Barskin is available, so you can stop a lot of the rogues go. He needs to find a good angle. I don't know if he goes for the eyes. I don't know if he comes out of stealth ever. I think he just lets natural regen do work. Unless he sees where the Smushka is at. He needs an angle away from the rogue. The furthest distance he can get from the rogue, the furthest away he can be from him, the better. I don't think he ever wants to come out of stealth unless he knows where the rogue is at. Picking up the eyes could be really, really dangerous. Walking even down the middle, like the rogue could have been down the middle, waiting to sap you, also would have been really dangerous. The best thing you can maybe do is go to a corner and start healing in a corner. And hope the rogue is nowhere near. And hope the rogue is on the far side. That's about all he's just not in a great spot. I am worried for him. Oh no, no, no. I think they see each other. They know that they're near. He went for a quick regrowth in the bear form. Trinket available. Immediate trinket. Roar into the rogue. Knocking it back. I think just root burst. Yep. Blind on the root. Which is big for the rogue. Not great for Call of Duty. Disarm. Full cooldowns. He can still stun you. Big flap away. Heart of the Wild is available while bear form is up. Trees are back on you. Can slap the rogue around quite a decent bit. Stuns. And if you live a lot of the stun locks, Secret Technique does a lot of damage there. Heart of the Wild does go for a stun into a gouge by the rogue. Cannot stun Drudy for a while. This could be an opportunity for Drudy just to have a go. Cyclone. No trinket for the rogue. He still has a cloak in case he really needs it. You try to recover as much as you can, but I don't know if you can do much. Disarm is available. I think you just send in all the bursts. You got Incarnation. Everything's available. Disarm is up. Rogue can cloak. Rogue can cloak. Vanish it. Bear form. Bear form in Frenzied Regen proc while you're low. That's about all he can do. He's got cloak. Another Frenzied Regen. Knocking it back for a second. You need a root. Something, anything. It's over. It is so over. I was rooting for the Druid too. That is so wrong. Saya picking up for a Druid. Almost. Clone back some semblance of a victory, but I guess the rogue is a boom kid. I don't know if there's anything you can do about it. I actually don't know if there's anything you can do about it at all. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Uno mas. Alright, Johnny, are we switching? Need two. Okay, Johnny needs 2 more bodies. If you guys want to find them, they're listed under Raids, Legacy, under Molten Core. So if you guys want to join Johnny, more than welcome to. Saya, let me know if you're good to go. We'll probably do like 1 more and then we'll see if we can get some fresh blood. At the very least, Team Saya should get some fresh blood. You know? We're ready? Are you Saya? Or Team Saya? Or are you with Johnny? I don't remember. When me heal is crazy. It is a good heal, but like at high dampening, it's just not doing anything. Like the dampening that game was way too high. I was rooting for the Druid too, man. I was like, this is it. This is the chance. This is our champion. But I think if you went up Hunter, then if you went up against like Mage would have been an easier matchup, and then he had every defensive for the Rogue. Then maybe that would have worked out too. The thing is with Rogue too is, problem is Druid does not want to bash a stun, so he can't just like bash the Rogue with full cooldowns, like pop everything, bash, dumpster everything into the guy. Basically all he can do is root him from a distance, pop all the cooldowns, send a bunch of Star Surges, get the Rogue low, Rogue cloaks. You know what I mean? That's all you can do is bait, get some cooldowns out of the Rogue cloak, pop Bear Form, Heart of the Wild, Barskin, and hope you have enough just to live. The science is still ready. We just need 1 more for Team Johnny. Let's see if I can get a +1 in here. Is Rick around? Hey, young Jay. Hey, friend. Duels tonight? Or I guess you know him as Leo. Leo. Saya? Okay. The team Saya is all good. Got it. Jonna just needs one. So if you guys want to join, groups are going to be listed, like I said, under Molten Core, Raids, Legacy, or Legacy Raids. Raids, Legacy. I think Blizzard should just change it to Legacy Raids, right? Should be Raids and then Legacy Raids. Big emphasis on Legacy. But yeah. But you should be able to join and find the group pretty easily if you just look up Molten Core. Who else can I invite? May join next. Sounds good. Looks like Rick is doing stuff. Rocat? Rocat? Oh, is that who bounces the rest in hell? Oh, Sean is back? Yo. Psycho. Yo. Yo. Hey, Sham. I'll see if Sham wants to join. He's in Dorito right now, so maybe he's just vibing. But yo, chat. Anybody watch the Rogue vid that I put out for the talents? Rogues is still looking a little rough, not gonna lie, but I'm kind of liking the direction they're going with it. Like with Outlaw not being Vanish spam me, right? Where you don't need to use Vanish for damage anymore. That's probably gonna be really good. And the whole like dispatch gives you a bullet, and after like you do it what 6 times or whatever, you get a free between the eyes, and it's all about like getting normal between the eyes resets. And the drone was doing 50% more damage, like a big damage amp. That seems pretty good, honestly. I'm actually feeling kind of good about it. And they even gave him new animation for Blade Rush. An assassination, they gave him like better cleave, better AoE, which I'm kind of excited about. Subtlety is still underbaked. I need to see what kind of hero talents they gave to Subtlety, or not hero talents, the Apex talents. But I don't think they actually have those yet. Let me double check. Maybe they announced them for Subtlety, but I'm pretty sure it's all a work in progress, right? Yeah, still coming soon, which is super unfortunate. I'm hoping Rogues don't get put like on a back burner and get left out in the dust until like the very end, man. Try my best, guys. Yo, Nick, I appreciate you for joining, man. Appreciate you for joining. Super fun having you here, my guy. Jeff One Shot? Who's Jeff One Shot? I don't even know who that guy is. Did you see the Rogue and WC play in last season webs? Were they actually? No shot. Is that because they scale? Hold on. Is that because the weapons scale? Or is it just like he made a mistake? I'm assuming those weapons scale up in arena. That's probably why. And they probably were playing it for like the secondary stats. Because there's no good daggers, man. Unless you craft some. Probably my last stream that I'll play because my subscription is ending. I don't have any way of making money, so it's cool, and I don't want to beg for money with friends. Yeah, I feel it, man. Yeah. Well, you're still more than welcome to join the streams, man. A mistake, bro. Wait, really? Who was it? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to bombard. Like if it's somebody that I watch or somebody I know, I don't want my mind changed. I don't want to know. I'm just memory holding. I'd be like, some rogue did it. I wouldn't have a specific person in mind. I don't play for 10 months, but after the stream, I have to say goodbye. Community was good. You're still welcome to hang out on Discord, man. We'll still be in streams and stuff, man. You're still welcome to show up and hang out. Or whatever you want to do. Unless you're going to complete the cold turkey and just, you know, like out of sight, out of mind kind of deal. Then I totally get it. Yeah, honestly, also would be pretty not a bad time to take a break, too. Actually, hold on. I was going to say, do you have to quit completely? Because there's Legion Remix. You can still play that to some degree on a character. I don't think you can do like full max level, but like up to level 20. So you can do some Legion Remix if you want to. Pretty sure you can farm bronze. I don't know if how much bronze you can do on level 20, but probably a decent bit. If you really try, I'm assuming. You know what I mean? Like full scaling. max out the gear at that level. That could probably work out pretty well. All right, who else can I invite to them? 5V5 1v1 Duels. I don't even know who that guy is. Hold on. Oh, what's his name? Uksusne Sich. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea what that means. Would young Jay want to join? He messaged me, said, yeah, I'll be down, but he hasn't joined so far. Hey, Psycho. Wanna affect those? Haven't had Psycho in these for a while, so I'm gonna message him. I'll hit up Sean. Rollcat? I don't remember if Rollcat joins duels. Looks like maybe playing disc. Digital fun being in a duels, but probably in the end for insane. You think so? Like a permanent end? It's never the end, man. I don't think anybody ever quits WoW. People just go on breaks. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody ever really truly quits WoW. People just go on breaks. Some are a little longer than others. Join duels? I think Liam wants to join some duels. He's joined them a couple of times. I don't remember if he's doing them regularly or not. What the hell is Axe Vishy? Does he want to join? He's in Metaforge Omega. Maybe I'll hit him up once he's out of Metaforge. Oh, EV man? Okay. Okay, I need to do Leon. Full PvE man. Here we go. Just give him an old face on the whisper he sent me. Shadow is on. I'll score cat too. Call of Duty here, my brother. Yeah. Yeah. Does Razor join these? I'm pretty sure I asked Razor a couple of times, but I don't remember what he said. Let me actually look him up real quick. Ray. Did it just log? He just logged. Razor Stars EU. Oh, I keep asking him, but he doesn't say anything. Okay, so I don't know who Razor Stars is then. Okay, I might need to prune that one. Wait a minute, New Year, so I guess it'll be a gift to beg for. You could, yeah, you could. Very possible, my guy. Very possible. But yeah. Arathi Basin? Okay, hold on. Maybe I could ask this guy if he wants to join in. He's in Arathi. Once he's out of the Arathi Basin, maybe I'll be like, yo, my guy. Want to join? I thought Apex was an A. I have so many PvE guys on here now, man. Arena filled with PvE guys now. What is happening? What is going on, man? I was pulling up New Year message. I guess is back. Yeah. Odyssey. Oh wait, Bayek? Yo, yes. Group is listed under Molten Core. They just need +1. Oh yeah, also Bayek's friend. He was in here last week too. Oh yeah, Bayek, you're more than welcome to, man. We'll have a Paleo niche team that'll equalize things a little. That'll be perfect. But you're more than welcome to join us, my guy. Johnny, Bayek is coming online. Give him a second, yeah? Give him a moment. He will come in just a minute here. Dude, the new G100 spec looks kind of insane, doesn't it? It got movement, while casting. And chat, it looks like Blizzard is actually just going to be breaking a bunch of add-ons. taking them out back, man, and old yellowing them. Middle of the first day of testing seems to be back. Currently, there's a complete lockdown on ability add-ons. We agree that this is starting excessive broad. Make changes to only apply to new logic while there's an active rating counter and a plus underway. Our goal is to make sure so it looks like tools will facilitate sharing information before after combat won't be infected. What? Sharing raid nodes and plus keystone information? Wait, so basically, so like you can make a route ahead of a dungeon run? I guess this stuff makes sense. Okay, cool. At least they're like making some changes about it. That's good. Is Johnny ready? Johnny is ready. Beautiful. As soon as you delist, we'll be good to go. And you delisted, we're good to go. Here we go. Let's do, we haven't done hook point, have we? Okay, last time chat, I definitely typed hook. I didn't do Blade's Edge. I definitely typed hook point. Oh no, it queued Blade's Edge again? What the hell is this? I swear chat, I'm typing hook. I swear I'm typing hook point. I'm not typing blades. I guess I'm gonna do rook. No, it did Blade's Edge. Hit no one Blade's Edge. Hit no one Blade's Edge. I did not press Blade's Edge. Trust me, chat. Trust me. Both teams leave queue, decline. We're not trying to do Blade's Edge again. I am promising you, chat. I did not type in Blade's Edge. I'm not drunk. I'm not doing Blade's Edge, dude. I can show you exactly what I'm typing in. Promise you. I promise you I'm not doing Blade's Edge. Bro, you gotta believe me, man. You gotta believe me, bud. Seriously, dude. It is cooked. It is cooked. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. Having your rewards? What do I want to get? No, I don't have any rewards. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm ordering food while the game is cooked. Okay. Hopefully you guys are good, right? Okay. Rook. Chat. Oh. No wonder. Okay. My mistake. So I typed in Blade's Edge 1, hook point 1. Because Blades is a word somewhere in there. There we go. Now we're on hook point. Now we're on hook point. Bro's on meds and with alcohol in it. Bro, I know I'm not. No, I'm not. Promise you. No spots out in Livestream? Wait. Really? Are you guys both out of the arena, by the way? Tell me you're not in and playing the game, right? Johnny and Saya. Hopefully you guys are not actually in the arena in Blade's Edge playing, because I'm not in, man. You guys gotta back out. No, we're out? Okay. So I guess hook point just didn't work, right? So let's try rook. I'll try rook. Black rook hold. Okay, we queued for black rook hold. Oh, we're back at LFG. Somebody looking for more? Saya's asleep. Okay, black rook hold also not working because I got 2 arenas here. No, wait, I could probably do I could try setting hook again. Okay, hook point worked. Bruh. Trust me, chat. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. There we go. Bro, now when I order pizza, they got it set up in such a bad way that it literally, like, it's so hard. Like, in America, we have a tipping culture, right? Deal with it. Deal with it. Is it better maybe not to tip people? You Europeans have your own beliefs, but we tip here, right? We tip here. Tipping culture, whatever. But, like, they got it so messed up on the tipping thing where when you're just trying to pay for the order and add a tip or whatever, because, you know, that's what you do, gratuities added in there. But, like, they make it so hard to even, like, find it. It's so, like, invisible. So a lot of the times I'm like, I'm looking for the tip, I don't see it, and then it's like, big ass button, all red, which it's like, check out now, while everything is like desaturated. So it's so easy just to accidentally not hit tip. It's so hard, bro. Leo, I don't know what happened to if you have 5 or whatnot. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to get Bayek in here immediately, but hopefully we'll be able to still get him in. I'll Bayek, no, I'll get you in soon. I'll get you in next. Megami is getting into absolutely shellac here, but the armor is over there, but he's able to scorch up Leo quite a decent bit. Shields are getting burned through, maybe looking for a block here. Cauterize potentially proccing. There goes the Cauterize together with a block, and it's going to be able to back out of it. I think still hurting a little bit, yeah, taking a little bit of that health bar damage, but looks like he's just trying to see if he can fire down Leo. Not gonna be enough to take him out, unfortunately. Did his very, very best that he could, but just not enough. A Toxic Doctor, I mean, he's just kind of like, I mean, if I rush Leo, I know it's bullying right here, so I'm just not gonna do it. For Leo, unless somebody goes and heals him, maybe if Blay and Judy just both go to heal him, maybe it'll be okay. I mean, if Toxie's okay just waiting, let him recover. We might as well send those guys to heal him, right? Get the first aid squad in there. You guys might as well. They're just literally waiting it out. Yeah, let's just get Blay and Drudy. Just send some heals at Leo. Get him topped off so we can get us as a proper duel. Because Toxie ain't rushing ya. He ain't rushing ya. Might as well, right? Might as well. Yeah, just send him some heals. Don't make it a regular thing just for now, though. Just for now, yeah, let him heal. Yeah. What's the music name? I can get your whole mix. I can get you the entire thing, baby. There it is, bud. Enjoy. I try to update it the best that I can whenever I can. Although I probably should give it a bit of a refresher. There we go. Now we're healing. Alright, Leo's good enough recovery, right? Decent enough. Yeah, Toxie feels it. Throwing out some grenades is going to be a bit of an IBF for Leo. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a position. Toxie, for a few times so far, has been able to fight versus Leo. And I'm pretty sure he's won almost all those encounters, except that one time he didn't have a turtle shell. So if the Hunter's prepared and ready to go, I don't really know if Leo can do here. So he's definitely going to have to be playing a little bit of an uphill battle versus Toxie, who's got himself immediate damage whenever he needs a turtle shell right now. And Leo trying to see if he can push the offensive, but it's not being pushed out in the open. Turtle shell down is going to be horror stuff with a silence. I don't really know if it stops Toxic Doctor's damage. This is going to go for a bit of a distance. I'm trying to see if he can make some damage up with the coordinator, but I think Leo might have actually gotten him with some range damage. Still, the Hunter did a number on Leo's health bar either way. Definitely not making it easy for him. Death indicates a down. The Smeshka actually was about to rush Leo. I decided to back up out of it completely. Backing up out of this as soon as possible. With Leo trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a breather. Get the shot off of that. The Rogue is going to be a tough matchup for the Death Knight, unfortunately. It is a tough matchup. The Smeshka just trying to see if you can get the pressure rolling in. Leo backing up away from it as best as possible. Summon up the army, and I think he just wants to go for Chain of Ice and walk away from the Rogue. I think that's about what he wants to do. I don't think he actually wants to fight him. Definitely wants to get some death strikes potentially. Blind on his Mushka. Needs to send the pets on him the entire time. Let the pets do a lot of the damage. The pets are passive though. The pets are natural and passive though. That undead Magus is just not doing anything. Cheap shot onto Leo. Does death pact in between. Magus just walks in, wanders around, dies. Good mages. Very good. Very good mages. Very good. I swear to God, man. These undeads. These undeads, man. These zombozos, dude. Somebody got a Blizzard. Can we get some zombozos with a brain? Please and thank you. The riders are in play, but they're just not attacking this Smeshka either. I think it's just death for Leo. All his pets. Literally, not a single pet would even attack the Smeshka. They're just watching Leo die, dude. Can we get some? Even the riders are kind of just like a little silly, dude. Just a silly squad, dude. Just a silly squad. That's all they are. With Blade trying to see if he can find the Smeshka. Does try to cheap shot with the Livestream. It is going to be a trick out of Blade, though. with a bit of that huge burst AoE, and this burst come with a vanish might not be out of the count here though. Evasion is the only thing barely keeping him alive. Gouge. I don't even know how he got a gouge in between of that Fist of Fury, but he does get a gouge in between of that fist with an incap to follow. He sees one good kick. Touch of Death is going to come out very, very soon. Clashes him in. That's going to be dead. Yeah, this is going to be the dead. This is going to be the end of him. That is unfortunate. Hunter AI suspect right now. Awesome. Man, pet AI in particular just needs to be made a little bit more consistent. You know what I mean? Classes that have to rely on pet AI are just in a rough spot. Maybe we should just give some like leeway for that pet AI in PvP at the very bare minimum. Right? At least just something to make it more consistent. Big hammers dropping in. Karma to follow. The Anduin could just go bop us right now if he wanted to. I think for Blay, he got himself lots of damage. Quite a decent bit of recovery. Once he kept the Karma rolling in, he's perfectly fine with the hammer dropping in his head, just reversing the damage back to Anduin. But I honestly don't really know if he wants to be out in the open. I actually think he should have taken that time to just back up out of there. Does go for a port. Needs to catch up on a lot of healing. Vivifies are going to be crucial here. If you can just stay away from Anduin, you might be in an okay spot. Try to see if you can maneuver around. Yeah, whatever time you spend, slice of witches to get out of the way. Okay, okay. He does have Diffuse. He also has Conduit coming up very, very soon. So I think he's got a pre-diffuse here, possibly, versus any kind of burst. And maybe just go full Condi damage. He might just need to go full Conduit damage. No, it's over. Never mind. I was thinking you pre-diffuse just to reduce damage. Full Conduit to see if you can pressure Anduin down. Conduit will do a little bit of healing for you. Maybe that'll be enough. It's going to be Spell Ward and Drudy back in that bear form. Just trying to see if you can power shift. Try to go for Root Silence onto Anduin. But it's just absolutely muted. Big hammers coming through. Does have himself a second hammer as long as he gets resources. Bash for Drudy. Switch it over to Bash though. I think instead of that a Master Root, right? No, actually Master Root and Ursal would be the ones competing with each other. I think it dropped a Roar for a Bash this time around. They did not nerf the hammer. What is this damage? Yeah, the hammer, I'm pretty sure they nerfed it a while back, but I think the hammer, if it crits, it still does a ton. Yeah, the hammer crits in particular is what does a ton of damage. Unless the Anduin got some kind of like new attack with the hammer, I've been seeing the hammer making a slow comeback little by little. And I'm actually kind of okay with Pally hammers versus the Heralds. Lay your hands out for Anduin. Trying to see if you can just stay on top of Drudy. Wake Match is coming up very, very soon. Searing Glare on the clone, that's so perfect! He actually wasn't able to stop it, but the root still held on either way. That was so good. Drudy still got himself that pseudo clone either way. Was able to walk away from Anduin. Tried to see if he could get a landed stun. Was not going to be able to. Root escapes it blind. I don't think I was able to connect. If he has a stun for Drudy, this would be huge right now. Mania summon. Massive hammer flows through. It's going to be a bubble. Does he have a second hammer? Second hammer does drop, but it doesn't crit. Yet another stun. Maybe another hammer ready. He's building up even more hammers. Little hammers eventually become a big hammer after you use it enough. Cyclone off of this one. Does have a human Rachel, but only breaks out of stuns, will not break out of a cyclone. It's going to be a little bit of damage from Drudy. Does have that Fury of a Loon. No trees, no Incarn. Saving that for a little bit later. Actually might not be the worst for him. And Danduin does back up behind there in order to pick up a quick eye really quickly to make sure you can see Drudy. He does spot him. He does see him. He should be able to get him out of stealth. Just let him sit still there for a second. Stun. Big hammer comes through. Does not land the crit. Second hammer can still do a lot of damage. Disarm. Can still land the hammer. Massive burst. You can literally see the health bar just dip. It does land yet another kill. And there it is, man. The big hammer damage falls through. Yulkin as an outlaw Worgen rogue just taking him out. I like your Mog. I actually like your Mog. I like your Mog. The Puss in Boots, Wolf. Death. I like that. I like that. Very wholesome looking. Very wholesome. Mad kill looks in the opener. You gotta love the burst damage out of that button, man. You gotta love the burst out of that button. Trying to see if he can break through pressure. That is Saya. Does not have a trinket anymore, so unfortunately, unless you just cloak vanish, you're light. Does have himself vanish. No cloak. May need a vanish here. I think you need a vanish. I think you just need a vanish before you get dotted. Before you get dotted. Does go for the vanish. Cheap shot, but Saya got himself blessing a saint. So Yulkin not in a great spot. Evasion. I think he knows, right? He's dotted. He's not in a great pressure. He's not in a great spot. Maybe he can catch himself a restyle for a second. Smoke bomb for a moment. That helps a little. Stun, however, goes through. I think it's just over, right? I think it's just, yeah, nothing you can do. Oh man. Have you seen do you know what I'm talking about, the character of Death from Puss in Boots? It's really good looking. Val is going to be Demonology Warlock up next versus Saya. Does have a another word for a second. No Hodge out for Saya though. Is going to be a lot of pets. Bubble still available. Saya may have to burn the bubble here. We are at 50% dampening. Stunning all the pets. Shield of Vengeance. Trying to give himself as much life kill as possible. Val hit with a stun. Is going to go for a wall here. Fear Spammer to Saya. Has a bubble in case he needs it. Has a bubble in case he needs it. Shadow Fury. Dreadstalkers is going to be a bubble. Val, unless you have a port here, you might be cooked. Does have a port, avoid some of the damage, but I think it still might be lights here. Does not have anything. AoE Fear last second. Go down with an Overlord. Overlord swings very late though. Well, I don't know what that Overlord was doing. He just did not swing. And it looks like that whole entire duel went to the Paladinos, man. All the Paladinos. That is rough. That is rough. There it is, man. There it is. Alright, let's get us another going. Johnny, if you have any more spots, a Bayek was trying to join you and apparently you declined him. I wonder if you could somehow ratify that. If anybody needs any more bodies, you can get Bayek in, man. Bayek is looking for a +1. Or rather, I'd like to get Bayek in if possible. But Saya and Johnny, let me know when you guys are good. Kispert did a lot of damage. Bro, he does. It hits very hard. It's very, very, very hard. You just gotta find a way to do damage without getting CC'd. But that ability cranks. And if you get a high enough crit chance, it does a lot of damage, especially in the opener. It is a very hard hitting ability. It's just a long cooldown. I'm good on my rogue. Sounds good. Sounds good. We're full. Ready? Alright. So it looks like they are ready. Saya, let me know if you're ready. If you're good to go. I definitely want to get Bayek in. So if you got a spot, boys, let me know. But yeah. I've got a Marog, but no Q. Saya should be able to listen in on LFG, right? We're good now? Okay, cool. Saya says they're good, so I don't really know who they picked up, but I'm gonna roll with it. Let's do Tol Viron. Ready? Cool. Cool. But yeah, if you haven't played Outlaw Rogue and if you haven't played him in PvP, they have quite a lot of burst in the opener with that coin, opener with a drone rush and Ghost to Strike. It is a lot of burst. It's just a ton of damage in the opener. And then you have the Killing Spear, which is also a lot of damage by itself. It's just a ton. Like, talk about a really hard hitting finisher. It almost makes you feel like you want to use Killing Spree as early as possible just because it has such a long cooldown and you want to put on CD as much as you can, early as you can. But I really think the opener should be cheap shot, full adrenaline rush burst, because that's a lot of coin damage. It's going to force some pressure. And then next kidney shot you can line up. If let's say the trinket the opener, you could just kidney into a build up calm points into a killing spree. It is a lot of damage. So if you can land a big CC and then into a killing spree, it is a ton. It is very bursty. It's actually kind of spooky how good it is. It's a bit harder to pull off, but it looks like they're keeping that button in the next expansion, so it's good. There's one really good change they did for Rogues. Rogues need a lot more changes than this, but Killing Spree was a good change overall. Good switch. Got ourselves Dalaran over for the team 1. We got ourselves Holy Side. We got ourselves Insane pacing around with Toxie as well as Nesmershka. It's gonna be first up. It looks like Dalaran again with Druidy. All right, Druidy. It's another chance, man. Another chance to make Druids proud. You got a Paladin as the first competitor. Last time the Paladin hammered you down. You're trying to see if he can hammer him before he hits you. He's gonna go for a trinket. Lay on hands doesn't get used by Paladin. Cyclone to follow. Dalaran just used a trinket. Druid trying to see if he can back up out of this as quickly as possible. Was a cooldown kill stream. 3 minutes, but with the cooldown reduction you have for Outlaw Rogue, you can make it a 1.5 minute CD. Sometimes a 45-second CD. Depends how aggressive you are with the calm point building and spending. So it really depends on the buffs that you have, really. None other incarnation for Druid does go for a disarm. Barskin is the only thing keeping him alive. Druid, unfortunately, does not use the right global. And Druid is trying to back up out of it because Rugovi is just stacking the rest of the team. Yes, a Paladin, you gotta... Dude, the burst out of Runekids is a lot, man. But you definitely, as a Paladin, gotta make sure you always save a global for a bubble. Always save a global for a bubble. You have to. You literally have to. Druid is gonna get himself an opener here. Versus Saya. Best Paladin out there, GG, man. We'll see, man. I'm hoping that Druid at some point, he beat one Pala, I'm hoping he at some point will have the opportunity to potentially 1v1 Saya as well. He was doing pretty good that one game. The more waits, man. I mean, the old kills for animation, love teleporting. I think it looked cool from the outside, but a lot of people that played Outwork find it like nauseous. It's nauseating, so it's like teleporting everywhere you go. It's also disorienting as all hell. So I can totally see why a lot of rogues did not like it, and there was a lot of rogues that did not like it. I think it's a classic from Wrath, but it's just not as effective. Like back in Wrath, it was a huge ability. Definitely worth using, and I'm pretty sure it was shorter too. Did a lot of damage, it was not long-lived. But yeah. 1v5 you can do that? Yeah, Saya's definitely gonna go for it, man. Definitely gonna try for it. Drudy with a bar skin. Wake of Ashes is going to be up next. Trying to go for a silence on the Saya with a Blessing of Saint, so that cyclone is not going to last long at all. Does going to juke out Saya. It's going to be Drudy. We'll try to do whatever damage he can. Incarnation is available. Trees are also up. Fury Balloon is available. He's going to have to go for a lot of recovery. As soon as he's behind the pillar, that regrowth spam needs to come out. Heart of the Wild bear form is just trying to heal as much as possible. I feel like Heart of the Wild and spam in bear form probably is not the play. I think the spam in regrowth is probably better. Saya does go for a trinket here. Root to follow. He still has, I think he was did he use Lay on Hands? I'm not 100% actually on that. I'm not sure, but he did use a trinket. See, he's got Bop, he's got Spell Warden. Most likely he's going to use Spell Warden versus Druid. Bubble still available. I don't know about Lay on Hands. As a different issue then, never had issues with all kills pre-visual. Found it really satisfying. Yeah, but a lot of people did not, like a lot of people found it super disorienting. It was also very frustrating if you're doing raids or dungeons and you get like teleported in front of a boss frontal. It was very, very like not great. You know what I mean? That was so many mobs and enemies have frontals that kills putting you in that accident when you have no control. Not a great feeling. So I can totally see why people would be unhappy about it. But yeah, there's a number of things that people don't like about Outlaw. Roll the bones being one of those mechanics. Kill Spirit was another one of those mechanics. But yeah, otherwise it's a very, very fun spec. I don't like the new kill spree in my opinion. There's a lot of damage too. Druid just tried to see if he could just chill here for a second. Sai just hanging. He's just waiting for cooldowns to come back. Trinket and all those other defenses. For Drudy, I actually think waiting longer is probably okay. He's got a lot of potential damage. You just need to make sure he's got himself a good angle. Unfortunately, in Troveron Arena, there's just not a good angle he could really work with. Unless he can just go from here. Looks like Sai picking up the eye. That's an opportunity for Drudy to potentially catch Sai out away from many pillars. Away from many pillars, having to go down long range might be the way. He's trying to see if he can land a stun, roar instead, maybe a root and everything available. Trying to see if he can back up out of the hand of freedom out for Sai so he can't stun him or he can't root him. It's going to be meter trinket. Blind, Sai does get hit with a disarm. Backing up out of there as fast as he can. Fury Balloon trying to catch up to him. The Grove swinging around the corner. Does knock him back for a second. Cyclone to follow. Sai does have a trinket. I wonder if Druid just goes for a full reset here. Regrowth. Needs to make sure to keep the dots rolling onto Saya. And Saya trying to make sure to deny the Druid that re-stealth completely. Roar for a second. Cyclone to follow has a trinket. Does not burn it. So for Druid, that's an... Cyclone was really short. I was thinking you trinketed there, honestly. It looked like he got out of this so fast. Stun onto Druid, nothing you can do. I think Saya maybe has you. Saya's taking a lot of damage though, while Druid does have emergency healing as he gets low. Cyclone last second, but it does not matter. Saya already had the animation queued up. That club was super short as well. Ulkin gonna be up next. Immediate kill spree inside with a bubble. Seeing the burst out of the Rogue. The Rogue could go for a Cloak of Shadows if you wanted to here. That's a lot of damage to take. Sippy Cup, Cloak of Shadows Raptor. Sai does not have any outs right now, so if Ulkin gets back in there, catches a reset, go back in there, does some damage with coin flips, he might be okay. Vanishes, cheap shot on Blessing of Saint though, so it's going to be very short. Does have a trinket. Side's getting kind of low. Wall may not be enough. Shield of Vengeance also may not be enough. Ulkin with an evasion will need something in order to live this. Does pick up a little bit of healing. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much. He might just need advantage just for a heal. Does use advantage. Pick up. That's going to give him some healing, but not a lot of healing. And I think Sai, if he can catch up to him, I think it might be lights for the Rogue, but I think he does get himself a clean reset here. For the time being at the very least. And Sai picking up the eye. Ulkin, I don't know, you get mage food? No mage food on that team, unfortunately. And Sai knows exactly where you are. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. Reminds me of an old game called Captain Claw. Really. If you haven't watched the new Puss in Boots movie, definitely watch it. Apparently it's a banger. It's like Shrek Puss in Boots. Apparently really good. And the character of Death, the wolf, really good. Very well done. Even if you don't watch the whole movie, just watch some clips on YouTube. It's sick as hell. The animation was fantastic. A huge damage out for Leo. You know what? That rogue softened him up for you. Let's just say this. You know what that rogue is like? I softened him up for you, man. You know what I did? I did my job. It's up to Leo right now to try to find a way to fight through Toxic Doctor, who so far has been able to mostly win, I think, duels against the DK, the Smeshka, as well as Insane. So that's a lot of quite a few classes that are a hard counter for Leo. Rogues in particular are a hard counter. The best you can do is potentially catch him in a quick CC. Maybe like blind, a trinket, stun, full burst, and then wipe him out. The harder he hits him, the better, essentially. The harder he hits those classes, the better. The quicker he does his burst, the better as well. Can't wait to see a Toxic double deep breath. Devastation Evoker is going to be. Oh, yeah, I need to look into that, man. I need to look what Dev is getting. I want to look a little bit into AUG. Apparently, Preservation is also being made a lot easier to play Midnight, like stupid easy. Which, as someone who loves Preservation, I'm actually interested to see what that means. Like, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, honestly. Yeah. Dippers and Boots, yeah. Had the new kill spree visual enough that I played Outlaw on roll the classic versions. You actually don't like the new kill spree? Dude, the guns and the gun blazing burst. I love it. I think it's so cool looking. I think it kind of fits the whole gunslinger fantasy of Outlaw, man. I kind of love that they leaned into it. Plus, it's very hard hitting. It's also really easy to use. There's like so many benefits to it compared to the OG. Big burst out onto Toxie with a short stun. Does not have a, he does have a trick, and he's trying to see if maybe the turtle keeps him alive there. And I think the turtle, I don't even know if the turtle procced actually, but he just lived hoping that this will be enough. He was just going to be okay. The Reaper size still continues to go through him. Toxie, however, looks like he barely takes any damage from it. IBF out for Leo, who's now in complete retreat. It's roots back to back on a Toxie, just trying to keep him away as best as possible. He kills pretty literally high noon. It is literally high noon. Except for melee. Would have been awesome if it was more range, right? Had a bit more range to it, but either way, still good. Still good. Toxie does get himself a reset versus Leo. Leo does have some cooldowns coming up here very, very soon, though. So if Leo could find Toxie, eyes are available too, so he might potentially go for it. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to go for. Pick it up immediately. And if he can get himself some damage with a full Reaper's Mark, everything available. No, actually, he's just going to back up out of there instead. Does get the dots. AMS for a second, and trying to see if it can rush him in case there's freezing trap. Does just AMS a freezing trap, roots him in place for a second. Silence, big Reapers to follow. Just needs one more big hit, and it's just over. I think actually Reapers might just kill him. Wall, is he just dead? Yeah, Reapers procs. It's like a delayed burst of damage, delayed satchel charge of frosty power. He literally pressed wall, fate, everything just to live, and it's just pop. It does a lot of damage. Once you get the Reaper's Mark on you, it hits really, really hard, especially if you can amp it up with a couple of stacks. And it should be defrost damage and amps it up too. Reaper's sight, let's go through kill spree, but the rogue, unable to stay on top of Leo, does go with a stun with the Frostworm's Fury. I think the rogue tried to see if he can catch himself a reset. Leo's under a lot of pressure, 51% dampening. He doesn't have a lot of ways to heal. Whatever damage he can do right now, whatever healing he gets right now, that's about all he's got. Trinkets out of that one. Maybe looking for a death pack. Death pack, necrotic soul, you have a health bar. Maybe gives you like 5% more health, but that's about it. You gotta find a way to slow down the rogue, that or lock him down with a CC. Got burst. Is it gonna be enough though? Big Reaper Scythe comes through. I don't know if he got a Reaper's Mark on him. I think it did. Is it enough to proc? Oh, wait, that rogue almost died. Death and Decay does put him in combat. Hold on, Insane could still do this. Leo, he just needs a little bit, but Insane could still do this. He's still not out of the woods just yet. IBF, so you can't stun him. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. Question. Does the Smurshka let Leo get a full re-stealth here or reset on health? He's not charging you. Okay, hold on. The Smurshka is just chilling. I don't know if he's looking to give Leo a full honor duel. He could have rushed him. I think he's trying to let you get an honor duel. Blade, we still have you here. Could you whip up some heals for him? You got that Vivify ready, my guy? If you can spam Vivify, I don't know if Leo's got first aid or whatever. I think even burning first aid versus rogue right now would be fair. Yeah, if you got a couple of Vivifies, man, if you want to go Vivify him, because he could have rushed you. I think he's giving you an honor duel. I think he's giving you full honor duel. I'm pretty sure he's giving you full honor duel. We need you Vivifies. Go, go, you're allowed to go Wi-Fi him. He's not attacking him. Go, go, go. First aid this man. Get him back up to top speed. Dampen is getting really, really high. This Mushkin is just, oh, looks like he's just gonna rush him. Looks like he's just gonna rush him. Never mind. Never mind. Leo, do you have anything to break out of this? I think it might be lights here, yeah? I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. Damn. Blay, what are you? He was waiting on you, man. Even the Smirshka waited on you. But apparently not. Alright, Belth. Does find the Smirshka with that Fellstorm from that pet randomly. Wrathguard actually doing a bit of work. AoE Fear. Belth lighting a quick stun. Shadow Fury with some Dreadstalkers, Gloomhound. Wants to go for a proper Tyrant if possible. Try to go for a Fear into the Smirshka. I wonder if he still just Tyrant this anyway. I think he's just gonna wait it out, but I wonder if you just Tyrant that anyway and go picking up eyes. Tyrant might have actually got the rogue to pop out and land a kick on you or something. Felgar watching? Felgar was definitely watching, man. Oh, Felgar is, never mind. Maybe he's not watching. He's a little delayed with that axe toss. Took him a second to get over there. AoE Fear for Velth. Does get another proper Fear into the Smirshka. I think they just overlap and yard each other though, unfortunately. Velth will need a little bit of healing. Axe toss does stop Velth, the Smirshka for a second. Then it's going to be a Tyrant. Cloak of Shadows. Velth with the wall. Just need to keep the rogue out where the pets are, and he's going to be okay. Dark Pack for a second. Just needs to stay out in the open. The rogue catches another cheap shot. Velth with the trinket. Does get interrupted. I don't know if he got port. The pets are doing work though. Oh, just needed the pets to do the rest of the work. Look at that nonchalant Warlock. Huh. That feels something. I don't think I felt anything there. What was that funny again? Sorry, just pick up 2. Damn. I was thinking the monk was gonna give the Death Knight the full Vivify treatment. We were waiting, but apparently not. That's unfortunate. Alrighty, Leo and Johnny, let me know when you got, or Leo and Saya, let me know when you guys are good. Leo and Johnny, it's like, Dal, you're just talking about Leo twice here in a row. What the hell are you talking about, dude? No, you're talking about my guy. Saya and Johnny Boy, let me know when both of you boys are ready. I can't talk today, man. Can't talk ever, honestly. I was gonna say, does this guy have the that one enchant? No, I was thinking he had that one gladiator mop enchant, but it doesn't. It just Scythe of Argus, which I cannot wait to get in a mop remix. Gonna be looking pretty. Ready? Beautiful. Gonna do a. I guess we're gonna Tiger's Peak. Guys, we're gonna Dender. Okay, leave. We give Dan a second. We can give Dan a second. Yep, we give Dan a second. Give him a minute. Give. Okay. Yeah, Saya is telling me to give Dan a second, so we're gonna give you a second, okay? This works out. This means I can go and look at some stuff. Yeah, the Warlock set from next raid looks pretty cool, actually. Have you guys seen it? It's essentially a take like a infernal, and you know how like they're like floating rocky felled bits of rock. Now apply that and turn it into like a really evil looking set for warlocks. That's essentially their set. It almost looks like earthy northern shaman floating rocks, but these are like fell infused. It looks sick as hell, and the helm looks really evil. It looks really cool. Electricity on crit turned off. I'll use my phone modem. Okay. Sounds good. Let me know when you guys are good. I just really want to get my hands on New Survival. Yeah, I was looking at some of the towns for New Survival. I gotta take a second to look at it again. But it seems like they're basically just like making your kill command a pretty decent bit of focus. Raptor Strike without Mongoose Bite is the focus. Especially with your Apex talents, making Raptor Strike do everything for you. And grenades. They're giving them like more grenade focus. The red and green set look good. Warlock's been eating good. Yeah, I mean, Warlocks for a couple of expansions now have done good. Warrior set also looks pretty cool. I like the mammoth tusks. Pally set looks sick. I'm not impressed with the rogue set. It looks okay. It looks okay. I don't like it that much. Maybe it's the recolor choices, but it looks okay. Could be better. I think there was like a hunter set. No, druid set. I also didn't like that much. Rogues, man. Druid set was also okay. It's like leaves, and then it's like a hoodie with a mask, which looks okay. Not my favorite though. I think some of those sets we had in this expansion for rogues in particular were really cool. And in the last expansion, look at rogue sets. Like look at this. This looks sick, man. This looks cool. I like that. What else is there? What else is the other rogue set? Oh yeah, the Undermine set was cool as hell. Undermine set was real cool. Badass looking, man. Full piratey look. I like that. That looks sick. Even the Neurobar Palace set was really cool, man. You know what I mean? That looks like a rogue. Right there. And then I think it was Dragonflight. I mean, that looks alright. Abra set was pretty cool. Yeah, this was also okay. It wasn't my favorite, like the mask or whatever. Oh, this set was pretty cool. I like that like whole ninja look to it. I like that. Silent Assassin. Hidden like face. Lightning everywhere. I know it was like earthy looking, but I really liked it. They basically took Primalist set but put it on a rogue. And they did some really cool sets for rogues in general in the past. Like, that was a pretty cool set. Dash and Scoundrel. Wasn't everyone's favorite, but I like how it was different. Like the plume, the hat, the actual set itself. I liked it. Then of course we had this set. That was a cool set. Elite in particular was pretty cool. And then we also had the Tumors of Guts, which wasn't really anything new, but I mean, how good that looks, dude. How good does that look? The PvP set was even better. It's all red. Let's do a... We haven't done Tigers, have we? Tigers Peak it is. Or Tigers did not work. Wait. Tiger... Okay, Permanent Tiger Peak does not work. Why did it say request failed? Did you invite me? I think you forgot. Instead of logging, give him lead. Oh. Wait, is that why? Because Drudy? Okay, yo, Drudy. Where are ya? Where's Call of Drudy? Yo, where are ya? Gotta re-invite Leah. Yeah, he's gotta re-invite Leo. Sewers? We could do Sewers. Silver, I love the rogue set from BC. Yeah, the BC sets were pretty good. Can I like PvE, PvP not collected, collected? I guess I have to scroll like this, right? Find some TBC sets. Yeah, like Netherblade was pretty cool, right? It's got some Batman look to it. Get the mask looking all shadowy. And then Death Mantle is really solid. That's a sick one. It's iconic as hell. And then we had this set, which was pretty cool, like the original TBC look. A lot of people liked it. This I didn't like. I didn't like the mask. But I think it's because I played Oblivion. I think the mask makes your eyes look like they're sad, right? It looks like they're sad. Sad eyes. But also it kind of looked like the Grey Fox mask from Oblivion. And I didn't really like that mask. The bonsai set is so cool though. These masks set are pretty cool. This set is sick as hell. This set is pretty sick. The Cataclysm set, or I think this is a Wrath set is sick. Kata set is okay. This cut is whatever. This set is sick. You know, rogues have a good set. This is a pretty good set. Something like that. Time to list is 5V5 1v1. Gotta list in LFG under open core as okay. Yeah, I'm telling him. OQ today. Saya, right now what happened was Leo was switching over. He made Drudy the lead and Drudy is just wasn't gonna invite him or something. I'm letting him know like, hey, I'm still in the group with the guys. Just list it up. So Johnny can join in, or invite me, and I can invite him back in. Yeah, we're being held up because Judy is struggling in his end. He was supposed to re-invite Leo, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing it. Not really doing anything. He's having a hard time, so I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Trust me, I am trying. The only reason I'm looking up mods is because I'm waiting for Judy to figure it out. Can't see the groups. You gotta list it up. You gotta list up the group. He's having a really hard time, boys. I'm just trying to tell him, like, hi, he passed your lead. Just list it up in LFG under Molten Core, and Johnny will join back in. You pass him lead, he'll take over everything. But he's confused, like legit confused. How am I doing that? I'm having to explain it to him. So it's like, I can't see the groups. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to be seeing the groups. You're supposed to be listening to the group. Okay, how am I doing that? Well, Leo passed your lead to list it up in LFG. Okay, what are listed under? Listed under PvE, Legacy Raids, Molten Core. Boys, I'm literally having to walk him through like it's his first time doing it. Jody's a really nice guy, but I really think there's some big language barrier. So that or man is just blitzed out of his mind every single time I talk to him. And it's not the first time too, dude. A lot of the times it's like a lot of like basic questions I have to like explain it to him. I'm sure it means really, really well, but I'm really having to go through the process here, boys. I'm trying. So I can really go quick Phoenix from TBC. Can I go really quick? I mean, if you're in LOG, I don't think you'll have time. Honestly, I don't know if you'll have time, but maybe. Like this? Gonna list it. Molten Core. I don't know where the group is at. Yes. He's listed. Johnny, he listed himself up so you can join in and tell him to pass your lead. There it is, man. There it is. Chat, I literally have to like walk him through it, dude. Literally have to walk him through like every point by point here. Trying to get groups up and running as soon as possible. I am not the guy delaying this. I'm trying to get these guys. I like how I get a lot of shit for it too. It's like, are we gonna queue sometime? Trust me, if it was up to me, I literally would just like snap my fingers and would immediately be in the game. The next one. It's a process, man. It's a process. All right, Johnny, you can delist all that good jazz, and I'll send you guys in. Pass Leo lead. Pass Leo lead. Leo will take care of the rest. KT's hell long RP. Yeah, KT is a very long RP. I mean, unless you just try to kill the Phoenix only, then you'll be okay. But if you try to kill Phoenix and go to KT, it is a long RP. Honestly, at this point with KT, I did. Okay. We're set. Now we are set. You guys said Dalaran sewers, right? Where's the Dalaran sewers? Yeah, even Johnny is like, just like, okay, I see what you mean now. Even Johnny is just like, okay, I see what you're going through. Apparently, being said, Judy is asked him, how does he pass him lead? Apparently, Judy was like, how do I pass you lead? Kiki, yo, I would love seeing some CyberPowerPC, man. I would have seen this man play. Yo, watch Kiki pop off, man. Which got ourselves Blade together with Lemon Roll. Ooh, switching up the mods a little. I like it. And Lemon Roll also. Yeah, the monk is back. We got Kiki as a Worgen. Yo, I actually kind of like that look. Shadow Priest Worgen I think is very underrated. We got Valthia as a demo. We got also Judy as well, and all of them are gonna go flying. Just a second, which one is gonna be which one? Insane versus Blay of the Bat. Is he even first? I'm assuming his first. Immediate leg sweep, immediate trinket. As Insane try to see if he can go for a bit of the damage. That cheap shot instantly turning the damage around. Cloak shot is out for Insane to just try to see if he can back up out of there. Blay able to force Rogue into the stealth, into a cheap shot raptor. Getting the shot very, very delayed into a disarm to follow. Disarm back on the monk, but I don't think you're stopping a lot of the monk's damage outside of a Fist of Fury. So when still on your heels, but he does back up out of there last moment. With Blade trying to see if he can catch back up to you. Ring of Peace keeping you in combat just a little bit longer. Trinkets out of it right after. Insane trying to see if he can build up some damage. Killer Sprint, but it's being parried, I'm pretty sure. No, not being parried, but a touch of death does take you out. Double Yulon is up in play though. That is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage taken. Blade might be in a bit of trouble. That's going to be in this Mershka. Try to see if you go for a big setup. Do you have the stuns? Do you have him airtight? Karma? No, not air. Oh. Actually, I'm pretty sure there was a bit of a delay in between of stuns, but just not enough of time to just go for immediate karma. I think maybe he felt like, you know what? I'm probably safe. Judy versus Mershka. Probably one of the better matchups right now that the Rogue have spent their Shadow Blade. Star Surge is by the Dryad, by the way. Actually huge. Getting the Rogue out in the open, letting the Dryad Star Surge him. That thing does a lot of damage. Especially just trying to see if you can keep those things in play. Maybe get some combat points off of those. I don't think you can get combat points off of those things at all though. Couple of surges onto this Mershka off of that Dryad, buffing you back up. DFA to try to see if you can land a big hit. Roared by Drudy as just continue to back up out of there. Keeping this Mershka dotted up. Disarm to follow. It's still trying to build up some combat points. Flap just to get out of there. Yet another step with a bear form friends and regen just to heal up. This Mershka landing those stuns back to back, but the tough bear form actually keeping Drudy plenty alive here. Cooldowns are back up and available. Trees are in play as you're sending in the start surges. Those trees are slowed. Someone's slowing down those trees. I don't think it's a Fan of Knives, right? Unless Fan does it or Shuriken Storm does it. Maybe. Drudy is trying to see if he can get himself a bit of the reposition on behind the pillar. As the Broska trying to see if he can send some damage into a DFA around the corner. Maybe try to see if he can dodge a CC. Catches the cheap shot onto Drudy with the bar set available. Heart of the Wild is rolling. Has himself lots of potential healing. This Broska finding an opportunity to get some damage rolling here into a step to make sure he doesn't get knocked off the platform. Still potentially lots of damage available. Is going to try to see if he can get himself recovered behind the pillar. But the trees, the grove does end up collapsing all around him. Taken about fairly quickly with Saya immediately getting dotted. And I don't really know if Drudy has enough tools here to escape Saya. Probably going to be immediate trinket. Yeah. Instant trinket. Instant wake of ashes. Instant takedown. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah, bear form, friends and regen is all you can do. Root the guy, that's all you can really do. Regrow spam, that's all you can really do, but it doesn't really matter. It is a paladin at the end of the day. Is it going to be Kiki next? No. No, it looks like Velth. Velth is going to be up next. Demonology versus Paladina. Technically, I think Demo can do pretty good against Paladin. As long as you have an out during Bubble and spell Warden as well. You know, fifth guy for this? That sounds good. We'll get Bayek in. Unless Bayek is already in play. Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I will. Yeah. We'll definitely will be able to. Definitely will be able to. No worries. Val got himself a bit of that Nether Ward. I keep forgetting Nether Ward. Every time I see it, I just does not roll off the tongue for me easily. Fiora Josiah does have a lot of Pez Dreadstalkers in play. But Valve, however, used a lot of defensive side. Maybe looking for a bubble here. Lay in hands does get used. Fear spam by Valve. Just continue to make sure fears are collapsing. Hand will go down onto Saya. And Valve may need some more mobility here. Does get hit with a stun. Unless you got Axos right now, it is over. Unfortunately, it is light from here on out. A Lemon as well as Kiki are the last two left. Kiki, you gotta make sure you're moving though. You gotta make sure you're wiggling. Otherwise, you will go offline. Is it supposed to be Shadow Priest next? I feel like otherwise Leo would have rolled out of there. Yeah. It is the Shadow Priest up next. Versus Saya, versus Dan, versus Toxie. That's going to be a lot to whirl off of here. Does catch him in a quick fear. Let's get Sank, does connect. Horror effects of overdue, still collapse either way. Saya does get hit with a stun. Kika, that's an opportunity for you to make some damage happen. Big burst on the Saya. Maybe looking for a bubble. Hold on a second. Oh, the burst does go for the bubble. Actually, bubble's so late with the regenerate. I don't know if you just mass. You do try to mass. He does go for the kick. Kika just sees a little bit here. Fear coming up very, very soon. Mind control of the Saya does not have the DC strats. I was going to wonder, like, is he going to go for the DC thing? Because a couple of times priests have had mind controls that will DC the other person. I don't know if it was going to play that cheesy. Interrupted him. Maybe looking for a disperse here really, really soon. Does go for the disperse. Saya does not have anything available. No lane hands for a while here. He can just need something, anything to live. I don't really know if he can. Just clobbers him. I actually thought the priest had himself a perfect setup. Perfect opportunity to make someone happen. Unfortunately, Saya's a paladin. Unfortunately, if it's a paladin, he's probably winning this one. However, this time, no bubble, no bop. Literally every cooldown has been used. So for Lemon, just needs to commit some cooldowns, push on through, and make a play here. That's about all he can do right now. Full burst, Fist of Fury, immediately knows there's going to be a blind to follow up by Saya. No Searing Glare to follow though. At least not this time around. In cap for a second. Is going to go for a hard trick to follow side to try to see if he can live here with a Blessing of Saint or a Dawn Light. It actually looks like he's able to live while doing quite a lot of damage to Lemon. He's able to keep living. As long as he keep running, as long as he keep moving, as long as he is still able to move. Nah. Does unfortunately go down with Lemon. Taking him out. Is Dan doing next? Yeah, Dan doing next. Unfortunately, Lemon had to go through a lot of cooldowns minus the Karma. However, Dan, if he gets Lemon super low, Karma, you pop, or just bubble it. And just continue the pressure. There's just not much you can really do. He is giving Lemon as much of an opportunity to catch Verify as them. What was it used in retail? The WoW IDs? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, real ID? What do you mean? And lost the WoW IDs on retail. I don't know what that means. I guess it depends what that means. Lemon does. I think that was a big hammer, right? I think it might have been a big hammer on a Dan. I think it might have been able to get one around the corner. Just the animation didn't really go through super well. Kind of hard to see at times. But he does get himself leg swept. Potentially maybe just bop it. Human racial. No Karma immediately. And Dan looks like he's just going to commit the damage. No bop, no bubble. Just going to keep the pressure rolling in. Does go for a mount up immediately. Still Karma rolling on him. Does get to burn through that Karma with a big hammer. I don't know if he has a second hammer available. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to have a second hammer, but maybe with that Karma he took it really, really easy. But yeah. Just waiting. Lemon tried to see if he can get himself an angle. Blind does not go through. In cap, however, does though with a full selection of Kandi. Lay hands for Dan to win. Still got a bubble in case he needs it. May still be looking to use that bubble though. Definitely got to make sure you always save a global for the bubble. Stun onto Lemon with a bubble to follow. Making sure he's got immune. Lemon with a big defensive with a diffuse. Hopefully has another big hammer ready. I think Dan should still have a big hammer ready to go. Can build up some resources of the Zowen. Stun to follow. Trinket is available. Does himself maybe big damage. Looks like no more big hammers. And I think it might be lights here. Yeah, now that you bubbled it, it is lights. Toxie is the last one left, or for the team one. Last one left. I think he's going to give Lemon maybe an opportunity to get a full reset. Yeah, like Jake, are you talking about BNet or... That's what you mean. Oh, like this? Oh, yeah, that happened to me on, Yeah, that happened to me on, what's this? On PTR before. Yeah, I think something to do on their end. Is it doing it right now? Oh, it's doing something weird for me. Oh, it's definitely doing something weird for me. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, my WoW is definitely doing something weird right now. Hold on a second. My WoW is definitely doing something weird right now. Yeah, my BNet is also doing something weird. My EU side of things disappeared completely. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. So Oxy does get hit with an in cap. It's going to be Lemon trying to see if he can get on top of him with a leg sweep. Going to be a freezing trap. Does go for the stun right after. has himself grenades as to establish the Condi. Toxie does have a turtle. Karma, pretty sure it's a pretty good angle to just turtle. Just open the air, can't go anywhere. Lemon just trying to see if he can just all in on him. Toxie not letting Lemon completely catch a reset behind the pillar. Short body shot. Grenades are going through. Fury of the Eagle is doing a lot of damage. Sasha wants to disconnect, but a kill shot to the back of the dome. It does make it happen. Sai picking up 3, Lemon picking up 2, but a Hunter does end up taking him out. Well done, well done. Well done, boys. But there it is. Let's get us another one going. Now, one of you guys is going to be losing somebody, but we have Bayek that can take a spot, man. Okay. Bayek isn't a solo. But once he's out of a solo, he'll be able to join one of you. If you guys got a spot, open up an LFG, and we'll get at least one more for the run. One more for the evening. One more for the road. There's Bayek. He will join soon. He's in a solo right now, but the game should... you know how quick solos go. It won't take that long. They have a spot for you right now. They... Perfect. One more? Okay. List it up in LFG. We'll need two boys. We need 2. One Bayek is going to be coming over to Johnny, but we'll need another one. Okay. Yeah, they're in the 3rd round, so they're getting through it pretty quickly. Yeah, so I just listed up an LFG under Molten Core. And we'll hopefully get somebody in here real quick. It is getting into the late in the evening too. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, my Bina is all kinds of messed up as well, Jake, now that you mentioned it. Wait, Jayhawk has someone? Let me join Dex. Okay, I don't know if you actually will or won't. Yeah, I definitely... Something weird happened on BNet. Yeah, I lost my EU account completely. For some reason, my EU account is gone, but I have an EU for Classic. Weird. And also, PTR for War Within is no longer have like a War Within icon. It's like a default icon instead. It's weird. I also have a PTR for Mob Classic. I don't think I've ever had Mob Classic PTR. Those are just added for me. Yeah, I think they did something on their end. I literally lost EU. I am on EU right now, but I don't have EU on my BNet. Everything is gone, lol. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I'm not sure what happened. No idea what happened. Everything is weird, Gonda. There's some weird selection totals right now. Interesting. Oh, we're currently aware of an issue causing some World of Warcraft licenses to not appear on BNet. Yeah, desktop app. Team is currently investigating and working to solve functionality as quickly as possible. Yeah, so they are aware there is an issue. It was posted about an hour ago. Currently aware of an issue where causing some World of Warcraft licenses to not appear on Battle.net. Yeah, so if you're not seeing your account or whatever, yeah, it is a little rough. A little rough. Yeah, so at least they're aware what's going on. Are we good, Saya? Ready? Okay. Last one for the night, boys. I don't think we've done a Blackbook hold, so we're gonna send it to a Blackbook hold. No expansion, no characters, even my RAM term mills not serverless. Yo, really? What the hell? Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Wait. Wait. Okay, might be. Hit the for me plus. Yeah, might be. We still gotta get Bayek over in team Johnny. Give him a sec. Totally broken. Damn, dude. I didn't realize they broke everything like that. I was gonna play WoW later, but I guess I'm just gonna be working on videos instead. Which I guess seals my deal. Seals what my plans are for the evening. I was gonna play a little bit of WoW, but I'm just gonna get work done instead. Yeah, weird. I'm assuming they have some issues. They were having some weird issues on PTR where instead of like accounts being called like WoW 1, WoW 2, WoW 15, WoW 14, which is like PTR icon, PTR numbers and like beta numbers. Yeah. Let me just go over me. Okay, well, Johnny, we'll list it up. Oh wait, need 2 more. Okay, we need 2 more for Team Johnny. So Bayek and a +1. We'll see, need at least like an extra. Yeah, that does seem like a weird bug. But on PTR, what's happening? Like randomly, it would just like be. I think it was doing some Legion remix or just getting some footage from like. I think maybe like for like Turbo Boost stuff. And I was trying to access PTR realms, and at first everything was fine, and then it kicked me off. And then when I was trying to log back in, it would give me like instead of calling my all those like different like PTR accounts or whatever, WoW 1, WoW 15, WoW 14 and 12, instead it just gave me like a random spattering of numbers instead. Which technically like every account technically does have a smattering of numbers. They just called like WoW 1, WoW 2, WoW whatever. A lot of the times, you know, EU1, EU2, whatever. Like even if you Euro screenshots, you see like WoW 1 EU, WoW 1 US. Yeah, so they're just number them, WoW number. But yeah, instead they were just like smattering numbers, kind of like what you're seeing, like 405, 7777, the number 2. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Are you even able to log in? With the accounts being all kinds of messed up? Or is it not even letting you like log in at all? It shows like 3 starter editions. Oh, okay, that means it won't even let you log in, I think. Or can you like bypass it to like the actual login screen and like tap out your info and then use that? I am. My brother isn't trying to help him now. Ah, okay, so it is actually impacting people. Huh. Okay, well, we'll give it like a minute, and if you're not able to fill the group with Johnny, I think we might just call it here, especially if EU and like WoW in general is having issues now. I imagine it's going to be only harder to get people in. I just noticed I'm connected to Euro, but when logging over there are no EU realms, only US and others? Yo, what? So when you go into like realm screen, you're just seeing NA realms? That is wild. Welcome to NA. Welcome to NA, brethren. That is weird. Yeah, that's crazy. Hopefully they'll get it fixed pretty soon, yeah? Because this is some wild, wild stuff. Definitely some wild stuff going on. Matches to go. Yeah. Yeah, well, we still need a +1 extra with your Bayek. Unfortunately. Keep it going pretty quick. Take your time. Honestly. You lose WoW 1 in retail, but the WoW 2 in MOP? I have no idea. I have no clue. But I lost EU completely. But I didn't lose NA by the looks of it on my BNet. I did lose a couple of the others. For some reason I have... But for some reason it gave me PTR for MOP Classic, even though I never opted in for MOP Classic. But MOP PTR is apparently giving me Cataclysm icon. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. PTR does not give me like... Normally it gives me war within icons, but now it's not giving me any icons at all. Yeah, it's all kinds of weird looking. All kinds of weird looking. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, you also got PTR Mob Classic? They never bothered to update it for Mob Classic, don't worry. Oh, okay, so that part is normal, but I never opted into PTR for Cataclysm or Mop or anything. So it now randomly got added to my account. I didn't used to have that there at all. Told you it would be quick? Yeah, you're Paladina. You're a Paladina, so of course it's gonna be quick. Wrath of TBC maybe? I don't think I've ever been part of PTR and Wrath of TBC either. Only Classic, but for Anniversary Realms, but very, very shortly. I logged in for like B-roll or something. Or it was something with not B-roll. I think it was something I was trying to test with SOD. But yeah, I don't actually have it added. I made sure to remove it. Unlike Blizzard to break stuff. Exactly, unlike them. Definitely super uncommon Blizzard move to break anything randomly. Yeah. Talent calculator for beta might be broke on the alpha. Like the actual calculator is not working. I'm assuming it's not fully 100% accurate. But it should be mostly working, right? It looks like the talents are loading up for me, but what do you mean by broken? Guess it all depends. I imagine alpha rooms are probably all kinds of scuff too. But who knows, honestly. Fired, he doesn't, where he doesn't have the spec into Flame Strike at all to get the ability into the next gate, but the Wowhead talent calculator forces you to take 2 talents from that gate. Or what? Oh, you had to pick up Flame Strike? A location on your target. Oh, they added Flame Strike so you could actually place it on target. That's weird. But probably good. I guess you can go Flame Patch. Meteor is an AoE ability now by the looks of it. Does Frostfire still play around Meteor? I don't think so, actually. Comet Storm and Glacial Spike now apply Ignite. Okay, so that's a basic tier set. Crossbows deal additional critical strike damage. Power of those damage is increased. Wait, oh no, they still have meteor damage. Comet Storm damage increased. But do they have the whole like where when you Comet Storm you meteor and when you meteor Comet Storm? It looks like they removed that out of the game. Meteor cools down Comet Storm. They made the capstone as a thermic core. That's so funny. Guys, like a bunch of grants phosphor empowerment. Combustion cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds. Ooh, wait, that's kind of nuts, actually. Wait, that's kind of cool. Okay, I definitely got to double check on that. Sadly, yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming everything's kind of bugged out, though. So, Fire Mage, Frostfire Fire is still going to have to take Meteor by the looks of it. That still seems to be a pretty core ability. But the talent tree does look a little different, though. Cinderstorm. They brought Cinderstorm back in the game? Oh, cool. I don't think it did a lot, but it's like because it's random proc basically, but that's kind of neat. I remember that ability. Posted it in general. Let me see. So something breaks. Left is the alpha. Oh, yeah, yeah. For alpha, it just doesn't seem to function properly. But that's not uncommon. It's just alpha being alpha. Alpha being weird. Yeah, for some reason you just don't need to take it and you can advance through. Yeah. I guess he's just able to invest the rest of the points somewhere else. But that's alpha. Yeah. That's weird. Alrighty, we would still need more, right? Need one with Bayek, yeah. I think we could call it here, chat. I got pizza coming in. I got food coming in, so maybe we just call it now. come back tomorrow for the NA duels instead? I think we'll do that, chat. We had a lot of fun tonight, yeah? I definitely enjoyed the games we had this evening. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta go get some food for me. I gotta get some work done. I'm also gonna go chill, let my leg have a rest. Went to my chiropractor today and made some progress on the leg. It's feeling a lot better. Wait, you got 5? Yo. All right, last one for the road. Last one for the road, boys. No. Last one for the road. Apparently they got 5. Last second they got a 5th. Unless Saya lost somebody. Okay, Blackrock Hold Arena did not work. What about Tiger's Peak? Hold on a second. Hold. I'll try to get an arena.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Yo, Toxic. Toxic Doctor? Doctor Man. Trying to see if we can get you back in, yeah? We're gonna need one more for Saya. Alright, Saya, list it up in LOG and we'll see what happens. List it up in LOG, maybe Doctor will come back. If Doctor's back, we'll send it. I think the Doctor might have heard that, oh, we're done. He's like bounced. Very possible. Gotta just get somebody last second. Buddy back? Alright. They still have you. They still have you. As soon as you come back in, we'll send it. This will be the last one for the night. Last one for it all, boys. Also, chat, Legion Remix coming out very soon. I'm excited for it. Legitimately excited for Legion Remix. It's been a long time coming. I still don't know what class I'm gonna play. Still not sure what I'm actually gonna play. Ready? Alright, send it. How to do arenas with you as a host? I just have people make 2 groups and I do spectator match. It's like a command that I run. Invite spectator match and invite the people that are leads into an arena, and then I set up keybinds in order to control the camera. And I have it, it's a little janky looking, but it works for me. A little jank looking, but it works for what I try to do. That's all. Which. Don't know what to play. I'm really thinking Shaman. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking Demon Hunter. I was thinking Demon Hunter ahead of the new Demon Hunter spec. Plus, Demon Hunters I think will be pretty good this season, or for the entire expansion. You know, because Legion and Demon Hunters I think go well together. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Not 100%. Got ourselves Dan doing over for the team 1 with Sai over in the back. Got ourselves Nisbushka waiting for his turn with Toxic back in and Young Jay back in action. I like your funky little staff, by the way. That's gotta be TBC, right? Gotta be TBC. Bike over the team 2. Looks like he's rushing out first. We got Blame. We got ourselves Call of Duty. We got ourselves Hollow. I like the name Hollow. We got ourselves Lemon Roll as well. With Paladino Saya versus Bayek off the bat, first up and running. They're just mirroring each other in abilities, by the way. Actually just mirroring each other, with Bayek rushing in with a quick blind. Searing Glare, looks like he's going to be the one pushing up some damage. Saya with a bit of a blessing of sake, trying to see if he can back up out of there. Teleporting all over the place. I'm not really sure what the hell is going on. Literally hard to track, and Bayek is at least trackable. Stone to Saya does shrinking it. Bayek with a Shield of Vengeance got a lot of early damage on Saya, and Saya I think is the one playing defensive, maybe looking for big cooldowns on Saya. Lay on hands right after. Bayek is still looking healthy. Bayek is okay. Either lay on hands or spell warden. Potentially could use the button. Probably lay on hands. Using lay on hands last second after punishing Saya for quite a bit of time. Wake of Ashes is available for Bayek. Definitely wants to make sure he's getting maximum value out of it. He can actually use it anytime he wants to. He just needs a good angle. Maybe with a stun. Saya tried to see if he can get some pressure going in. He got a downlight on him to keep himself nice and healthy. With a stun on Saya, Bayek, perfect opportunity to get some dot damage on Saya. With a Searing Glare, Saya can't even reverse it. He got him some Spell Warden, so he's able to immune some of the magic damage. Spell Warden out for Bayek, so both Paladins are a bit of a standstill. It looks like Saya potentially might be looking for a bubble here. Just trying to see if he can walk away from Bayek, who's trying to keep that dot downlight damage rolling in. It looks like the immunity finally has fallen off. Stun to Bayek. Does he trinket? Does he bubble it? He can't. Does not want to bubble. He does not want to bubble if he doesn't have to. Next stun is going to be Bayek. Saya with a Blessing of Saint. Bayek just got to wait it out a little. Wake of Ashes is in. Stun most likely. Bubble out for Saya. 100% bubble out for Saya. Bayek should be okay. Saya can go for Regenerate and try to see if he can punish Bayek. Maybe get a bubble of his own. Does get a bubble out of Bayek. Saya needs to back up out of there. Wants to go for Regenerating. I don't know if he'll be able to. Saya technically has a Hodge ready to go. Bayek will not have a Hodge ready. There goes the Hodge. I think Saya potentially wins this. He doesn't have the damage. Unfortunately, does not have the pressure. Bayek with a Searing Glare from a distance does connect with Saya. And he's going to have a stun coming up. He has a stun very, very soon. Stun should be coming up any moment now. Next stun wins. Stuns him. Is it enough damage? Does he have the pressure? Does Saya somehow squeak out a victory? He may need healing. Trying to go for Wake of Ashes just for a defensive self-heal. Bayek trying to see if he can stay aggressive. Saya's looking for a full-on defensive. Could go for Regenerating. May just want to do it. But I think he's trying to see if he can end this. Holy Sight, no help. Drink it out for Bayek last second. Blind last moment. Bayek does not sit that's blind for too long. He needs to catch up to Saya. Might need to blind him out in the open here. Does get a Shield of Vengeance. Blind right after. Stun to follow. Drink it out for Saya. Wake of Ashes is in play. Does he potentially have someone to work with here? Maybe Searing Glare from a distance? Maybe? Bayek is just trying to see if he can end this. Searing Glare, I think, might help him win this. Solely Saya's on a full defensive. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Bayek needs recovery as well. Saya on the aggressive with a Hodge. Wait a second. I think Saya brings it back. I cannot believe it. Does he have Lay on Hands again? I swear to God, if he has Lay on Hands, he might just keep... Yeah, I think he's done. Pally v Pally. The chess match. The cooldowns. Matching each other one after another. He just needed to live through Bayek's burst and then land a stun at the end. That is so brutal. Young Jay trying to see if he catch up to Judy. He's playing the Frost Mage. Full Frost Bomb setting up with big Frostfire bolts flying in. As long as he can get himself those flurries, he's going to be in a good spot. Getting that Shatter bonus onto Drudy. Try to see if he can go for a big Glacial, but Drudy back it up out of the completely. Up on the trick, it wouldn't go off. Rip GG. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's so good. It's a rough game. Really, really close one between the two Palas, man. Very, very close match. Could have been any one game, honestly. Any one of you critting would have been the winner, honestly. If you just landed a couple of crits, that would probably would have been game. Is there Ultra available for Young Jay? I think Young Jay is actually under a ton of pressure. Mr. Gleco setup was all good. All good, all good, all good. Didn't even need it, apparently. Team Glare is a crutch. Eyes block out for Young Jay, actually, first one, but he has two available. So it's going to be Drudy forcing out a lot of pressure on Young Jay. Does block. Does he have block with heal? Looks like he does have a block with a little bit of healing, but at 80% dampening, it's already feeling a little bit less good. Try to see if he can leap in, maybe go for a kick. Set up pets, but they're way up in the air. They're way up on the platform. Bash to Young Jay. The pets are still trying to get some damage in. That Dryad is doing a lot of effort right now, doing a lot of work. Young Jay with an Altar does get a freeze onto Drudy. Try to see if he go for a stun. Might be able to get some big damage here, actually. Big spike. Oh, Spike does connect. Flurry's flying through, but Star Surge does get him low enough for the dots rotting him down. And the Smeshka the Rogue is going to be up next, but Drudy just has nothing to work with here at all. Trying to go for a kick. Potentially still stun on Drudy. DFA to follow. Drudy tried to back up out of there, but you can't. You just cannot. I think it's lights, man. Just needs one more hit. There it is. Taking him out just like that. Blaze is going to be up next as a monk. Trying to see if he can get himself some kind of a go, some kind of a setup versus Mershka. Rolls in Sap, but trinkets it. Super, a little too aggressive potentially with a trinket. Potentially just a little aggressive with that thing. As Blade got himself, what does he got? A cooldown the bites. Actually popped every cooldown, trying to see if he catches the Rogue. I can't even tell where he's at, honestly. Does knock up the Rogue in the air, that or a DFA? I'm not even sure, honestly. It's so hard to track that guy for a second. They just started blinking all over the place. No clock of shadows from the Smurshka, so he has to go for a bit of a reset. Evasion is available in case he needs it. Vanish is also available as well. I think he's just trying to see if he can deny having to use his buttons just for now. Just looking to catch a reset from Blade without having to use any of his buttons. And there goes the normal stealth. I think actually Shadow Meld instead. So they did have to use some kind of a reset button, but it's just as racial. He still got Vanish for later in case he ever needs it. Blade, I think potentially just goes down here. Stones are not airtight. Does give him a forward brute in between leg sweep, giving him a chance to potentially set something up. Big Fist of Fury. It was really, really short Fist of Fury, but it did a lot of damage to the Spurska. Really condensed Fist of Fury that did a lot of damage in a much shorter window. Ring of Peace, so the Spurska maybe could just let us up. Blade just left with no health whatsoever. So I think this Spushka just needs a bit of a cheap shot. Shadow Blades, I think it just lights here. Yeah, there's just nothing you could do. Nothing that could be done. Either Hollow is up next, which looks like it is, or it's going to be Lemon. For Hollow, he's got to go through the Rogue, through the Palo, through the Hunter. That's going to be immediate sap before he can really even pick up eyes or anything. Did he pick up eyes? I guess we'll find out here if he knows exactly where the Rogue is at. No, he does see him. No, he does see him. He does see him. He's going to get that Shadow Crush around the corner. He just needs to get himself like a really solid setup. Void Operational with that setup for Void Torrent. Stun the Rogue. DPs are down. Rogue may have to go for a Cloak of Shadows. That's a lot of damage building up. Actually, a ton of damage. Rogue is going to blow up if he doesn't cloak. Does still cloak. Is still send out a volley. Unfortunately, none of those things are going to connect. Is there a pet around the corner? I was thinking maybe Shadow Fiend, but no. I guess it wouldn't be Shadow Fiend. It'd be like a Void Fiend or something, wouldn't it? Void something? Does land the Shadow Crush on the Rogue with DPs. Fade. Mind Games? I haven't seen Mind Games in a second. If the Rogue goes for Sippy Cup, that would hurt him. Does go for the Vanish, but that Vanish is going to hurt him. That does give him a bit of a heal. But that's through the darkness, but the Mind Games is going to burn into that shield. And the Rogue is still dotted. Still not able to get himself a clean reset. Does land himself a stealth long enough to land a sap with the Hollow. Question is, does he commit? No, he just backs up out of there. He's just going to go for a complete reset. Eyes are not available for either side. So for Hollow right now, it's just a waiting game at this point. Unless he gets himself a random proc, Eyes right now is spawning in like 3, 2, actually, probably going to spawn at the 30-second mark, isn't it? I'm assuming every minute 30? Maybe? Or is it 2 minutes? I don't remember. Maybe every minute? I almost want to say minute 30. Either it spawns here in like 3 seconds or it doesn't. I'm not 100% though. Maybe it's every minute. Never mind. Maybe every minute and then 2 minutes after? I don't remember. I used to remember the timer. Because you used to just camp that out, spot out as a rogue. But nowadays you just kind of rush in. You don't even wait for it. Oh, there it is actually. No, 45 seconds. Weird. Weird timer. But it does get picked up. Getting a shot by the Rogue. Shadow Blades, everything available. Hollow with the Disperse as Aegis goes proccing. He just had to go for a Disperse at the tail end. I think he would just want to see if Aegis maybe will keep him alive, but it doesn't matter. Fade for a second. Feared by the Rogue. Trick inside of it immediately. Kicks on Shadow, and Hollow is down with Lemon Roll. Try to see if he catch up to Disperska. The Shadow Blades definitely had himself a hell of a good run at the very beginning, but it just could not do much against the Rogue. It is a Rogue versus a Priest, man. It's just not a great matchup. Potentially lots of damage, but a Cloak of Shadows could just stop all of it. Mad Burst answer. Disperska did not even give him a chance to catch a breather in a single Lexu full burst with a big old kick upside the head. And he was able to take him out fairly quickly with Andrewin gonna be up next. Lemon Roll did pop a lot of cooldowns to win and images to everything. That was a lot though. That was a lot. Dandruin is gonna be up next, however. He has everything. For Lemon, he's going to have to get everything out of him unless Interrupt him Unholy. Full burst in order to lock him in. That could potentially be really good as well. Lemon just trying to see if he can get himself a good opener. Bob immediately, but the Condi is going to go through. So for Nando, when you don't actually have a proper immunity, I think trying to go for a Hodge, but there goes the bubble. Lemon Roll while he had Condi, if he's built correctly, counted correctly, pretty sure that gives him full immunity. No, did not Hodge earlier. I thought he did. Fistic Fury flying in. No more bubble available. Danduin just trying to see if he can get out of there. Is that just going to be touch of death angle? I think just touch of death, yeah. For Lemon, that is touch of death. Well, Toxic Doctor going to be up next. Lemon at least given an opportunity to catch up, vivifies. He has a Karma, no Trinket. I don't know if he got Ford Brew. Hopefully he does. He got Zuen and images coming up very soon. Will not have Condi, unfortunately. Rogue just obliterated, as rogues do. As rogues do, am I right? As rogues do. Against the Priest, it's just a matchup that Priest will not do well in. Rogue is a bit of a tough one. Just always has been, and I think always will be. Unless they end up doing whatever the hell they're doing towards the midnight. And then it's like, you know what? We're probably not going to be that tough anymore. Give it a second. Give it us expansion. This will find a way. It's going to be Karma out for Toxic with a full Turtle Shell immunity. As this side dampening, I think immunes, especially for Burst, it was Zuen. Not a bad move, honestly. You just gotta find a way to kite out CC Lemon. It's gonna be a big fist of fury flying in. Lexi right after. Does not have a trinket anymore. Big slice and wins with a knockup. Got himself a little bit of recovery. May need something to survive here. Trap, anything available. Freezing trap does catch him. Last second, but an explosive shot does proc. Scatter shot last second. You have no health. In cap, it's over. It is lights. He literally just conjured you down to make sure there's no CC that could break it. With Lemon picking up 3. The Spurs did pick up 3 though too. Well done, well done, well done. Well done, boys. Thanks for streaming down. Thanks for going by. The Spurs appreciate you, my man. Always fun to have you here. And with that, chat, we're done for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna have to go get some food. Pretty sure my delivery should be here about now, if not already delivered. Alrighty. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's super fun hanging out with every single one of you homies. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. I'm gonna go eat, prop my leg up a little, and then get some work done. Have a good one. You guys are beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch all of you guys next time. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, GG's. I love the honor duels, by the way. I love the amount of honor duels we've gotten tonight. That was really, really awesome and wholesome to see. Tomorrow duels are going to be on the region of NA, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be good. But yeah, have a good one. Have a wonderful evening. I'll catch you all soon. Alrighty? Peace.